This is the conversation. Evening, everyone. This would be the main topic of conversation this evening. I don't know if I'm doing this very well, but there you go. Evening, everyone. Evening. I was going along to the beat of the tune, actually, everyone, but I just did the pigeon bit at the end, Evening, everyone. Evening to the sheriff after an hard day's work. I texted him. He was even on his way home. Fingers to the bone. I said, Sheriff, the people want to stream tonight. He went, and the comment I got was, oh, yeah. Or something like that. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So I said, look, the lads, they want to stream tonight. He said, what are we talking about then? I said, Richie.
Well, when I got home, mate.
Of conversation, Sheriff.
Well, when I got home, mate. When I got home, I had a quick look at WhatsApp. 460 messages
in the WhatsApp group.
And so I pressed the arrow thing and went straight to the bottom. I thought, I'll be here for 3 hours reading all that.
Don't. Listen, this is going to be interesting. We're hoping that Scotty might pop on because he might have some, I don't know, adversaries to how he feels about it.
So
I'm sure there'll be other people on as well. And like I say, don't attack the person. You know what I mean? It's just opinion at the end of the day. And it's different. Yeah. So I hope Scotty makes, if he can make 10 minutes to jump on and explain where he's coming from. And then no doubt I've got everyone will surround Scott M. Perhaps not, though. Perhaps not.
I'm nothing to do with it, mate. I don't even know what was going on.
Listen, I give you a chance to flick through the WhatsApp messages while we're doing the show.
There's been about 600 since I've been home.
Oh, mate.
All that, mate. I'll be able to bloody
I can't read them all because it'll give me a headache. Do you know what I mean? So I'll try and get the gist of what's going on and, that sort of thing. But look, big up to everyone who's in this evening. Hopefully there'll be a few more joining us. I just want to say straight away to Logan, Logan's on the super sticker train, and the sheriff is in.
There you go.
There you go, Logan.
Already
prepared, Logan.
I seen it. It was the second comment down, so I thought I'd better get the train whistle ready.
Well, there you go, Logan. Big up to you, mate. He's been on it like a car bonnet with the old super stickers over the last week. We appreciate
you. Have you won the lottery, Logan?
Yeah, if you won the lottery, Logan, you're not telling anyone. Come on, man. Share the love and all that. Oh, you are. Sorry. Yeah. Big up to you, Logan.
If you won the lottery, 99p's a bit stingy. Nah, I'm joking. Big up.
He's pulling your leg, blokes. Daryl says, Daryl, you can't do this. Daryl, you can't do this. Time to wind down. My hours on YouTube. This window has showed him enough.
Well, hit the like at least. Just come on for.
Of course, Daryl will hit the like. Of course it will. But listen, unfortunately, Daryl, it's just, as you well know, it's one of those things that's going to go on and on and on. We are the cog in the wheel, as they say. I've heard differing views about Savinho today, even up to about half an hour ago. Someone actually put a tweet out that said he had signed.
Yeah, deal agreed. That's what I saw.
There you go. So we'll try and find out a bit more about that. Who knows that could come on that could give us some information about that? I don't know. Maybe someone could. You never know. But look, we all know it's going to go to the end of the window, right? Even if they get Savio and Gakpo in, there could be a loan coming, maybe. Who knows? But listen, we'll talk about it. I'll say a few hellos quick, and I'll get.
Is it 2 weeks today or 2 weeks tomorrow? It shuts.
First, I think it's tomorrow, Sheriff. So tomorrow or Wednesday.
Days of September, April, June, July got August. 30 days of September.
Yeah.
April, June, and November.
Yeah.
August has got 31.
Correct.
2 weeks tomorrow.
There you go.
I think
2 weeks tomorrow, people.
I think.
So that's what we got. 2 weeks. We've got 2
Yeah.
weeks. Good evening to our mate Kate. Hope you're well, Kate. There you go. An evening squeeze as well. You're taking
No,
a
no, she
little
gets a
bit,
double one for this morning from me.
Oh,
For
from
this
the
morning.
swap. All right, okay.
From me,
Listen,
anyway. I do
listen,
apologise for my absence, but I do have to go to work now and again.
there's no other show that'll give Kate Rickson 2 squeezes like me and you do in a day, mate. I tell you.
No.
There you go.
I apologise for my absence, but I have to go to work. The wolves are still circling outside.
Outside the door there. Outside the door.
Yeah, they're
Fingers to the
circling,
bone.
mate.
Yeah,
That's why
I
I
know,
go to
mate.
work, mate. The wolves have got to be kept from the door.
Yeah, I understand, mate. Absolutely, I do. Pete's in. He says, salute to the last of the summer yids. Ooh.
Last of the summer yids.
Fellas are well.
You know what he's referencing there, don't you?
Oh, well, of course. Yes, Sheriff. I do. Last of the summer yids. What's he doing? Yeah. Andrew's in. Big up, Andrew. Hope you're well this evening. Big up to you. And Johnny, the Stokes Master, is in as well. Big up, John. Hope you're well. And he says evening to the chat as well. And to Pete as well. Listen, this geezer Dave's in. Big up, Dave. Hope you're well, mate, this evening. Hope you're well, mate. Big up to you. We will stick the link in very shortly. Yeah. We're just letting your coils wind up so that you can come and have your say.
I ain't spoke to him all day.
I haven't.
This is the first time I've spoke to him.
Yeah, he's been at work.
Well, I was driving home and I phoned you and the signal was crap, so I didn't bother.
There you go. It was shocking, people. It was shocking. Big up, Dave. Hope you're well, mate.
And I'll tell you what, mate, I was, where the hell, coming past Glastonbury Tor on a bloody hill. I thought the signal would be brilliant.
Yeah, no, it was awful. It was awful, awful signal. Razzle, the Dazzle's in. Sorry, Mark. Sorry, mate.
I was going to say, you see for miles up top of there, the bloody signal was crap. Shocking, mate. That's when you live in the back end. Well, that's what you get for living in the back end of nowhere.
Well, it happens. It happens, doesn't it, mate? It happens.
And living in the back end of nowhere don't help.
Well, yeah, there is that. That don't help, does it, Sheriff? You know.
Hicksville.
Yeah. Big up to Razzle. Hope you're well.
Razzle
Dazzle. Big up to you. And he's in the house. He's in the house. Nige is in. Big up, Nige.
Yes.
Evening to you,
technology.
Mate.
Hope you don't work too hard.
Hope you're not working too hard as well, mate. Because I know both of you two have to go at work.
Fingers to the bone.
He's moaning about driving down the road, mate, and he's got fingers to the bone. God knows what your fingers are like after being in ovens all day cleaning them. See, that's fingers to the bone, Sheriff. You know what I mean? Just saying. Big up, Nige. Yeah. Big up, Nige. May the force be with you,
and
Mr.
you,
Payne,
Lee. As always. And you, mate.
Big up to you. There's about 1,000. 1,000 what? I've lost. I don't know.
I don't know.
No, I can't remember. No. And he laughed, so I must have said something. It's the... Aye. Payne is coming in with a bit of dodging. I didn't realise, Mark. I didn't know Lee was in on the gang. I'm sorry, mate.
No, come on, no.
I didn't read the comment, Mark. I just saw Lee Payne and went boom. I know you told me no more Viv comments.
I knew you'd bring them up on purpose anyway.
Listen.
just to encourage people.
I don't know what you mean, mate. I don't know
what you mean. Know.
I know. Anyway, big up to you, Rodney. Hope you're well, mate. It is only Spurs to make the decision to spend money on the players, not us.
That is
Agreed.
True.
Agreed, Rodney. Agreed.
But
we still have to talk about it, Rodders, don't we?
If we can have our 5 pence worth, 2 pence worth.
Yeah. Get it in there, didn't you?
Yeah.
Get it in there.
No.
Aye. Watch out. Lisa's about. There she is. Evening, Miss Davis. Hope you're well this evening. Hope you're well. Hope you're well, Lisa. Thanks for joining us. Big up to you.
Big up.
Deli's in with the usual cookie and the sheriff emblems there beside our names.
It is.
Yeah, he's good, you know, Deli. He's good.
Yeah, bloody right, man.
Top geezer, mate. So, still waiting for Savinio. Osherman, maybe Marmoush.
Marmoush, this is a different name, mate, because Gakpo's normally in there somewhere, isn't it?
Well, apparently Marmoush got injured in their friendly yesterday, as did Doku.
Oh.
So that makes the Savinio transfer a bit more interesting. Apparently they got knocks. I should just say knocks. But it's
all I am saying, though, is I saw, obviously, me and you was on Flixies.
Oh, yeah.
I watched the second half.
Yeah.
And they weren't that brilliant, I can say.
Was they not?
No. It was quite worrying, to be honest.
I didn't watch anything of it, to be honest with you, mate.
Yeah, I watched the second half and no.
I heard that Arsenal were a much better side. Put it that way.
Well, put it this way, mate. If evidence of yesterday was to go on, if you can take that as evidence from what I saw, if we're praying for them to step up and stop them again, then it's a bit of a long shot at the moment.
Well, listen, we'll have to see what happens, people, won't we? At the end of the day, Arsenal are flying at the moment. City have come off a bad result, new manager, all that biz.
Obviously, I turned it off before they picked the 50p up at the end.
Well, yeah,
I turned it off by then.
Yeah, obviously you did. You got one of us has got to try and keep up with it, and if it's not me, it's got to be you, Sheriff, isn't it? At the end of the day, you know. Yeah. So look, but Arsenal won. They won the old. Like Sheriff says, the old 50 piece, but
easily.
Pretty dominating by all accounts. So yeah, it is what it is. Big up, Delhi. Hope you're well, mate. Ghosted's in. Big up to the Ghost. Up you're well, mate. Hope you're well. Big up to you. Oh look, hang on a minute. Are we doing the old who's first on business again tonight? Are we?
We know who's odds on favourite. Odds on favourite every show.
Go on.
DJ. He's on
DJ's favourite tonight. Anthony, second favourite, is he? Anthony, maybe second favourite, or Rain, second favourite tonight.
Don't
know, mate.
I don't know. In the chat at the moment.
Well, yeah, that's it, isn't it? I know that Swigs is in. Big up to you, Swigs. Evening, mate. I hope you're well. And my old mate, Wasps Less. Like it. Like it. Sheriff, do you spare any forwards?
Ooh. Well, that's a question. That's a question that I have to keep very close to my heart.
Well, say no more. Big up, Phil. Hope you're well, mate. Big up to you. Ghost says, B-Tech Bronson causing trouble. Who are we talking about here? Who's causing trouble?
I have no idea.
I don't either.
I'll say I haven't done nothing.
Oh, it's Scott.
Oh.
It's Scott. I've never heard him called that before. Ghosted. B-Tech Brosnan. If that's who you're talking about, I assume it is.
I haven't seen him in the chat either. So
that was funny, that. Sorry.
I know he did say he'd try and pop on if he's got stuff to do, though, didn't he?
He did, but he will. If he gets 5 minutes, he will pop on. Big up to G-Giant. Hope you're well, fella. Big up to you. And Mrs. AC herself.
Yeah, Mrs. Air Conditioning.
Is in the house. Jane's in.
Yeah, I have a little report, mate. When I was on the way to work this morning, it was raining.
Never.
It was. Honestly.
I think we're due a bit up here tomorrow.
There was a bit of drizzle and that in the air, but it soon went away and the sun came out.
Yeah. Shit happens, mate.
No, but honestly, we had rain this morning.
Yeah, I'm not disputing you didn't, mate. Not disputing you didn't at all. Big up to Carl. Hope you're well, Carl. Big up to you, mate.
It bloody shocked me. It shocked me when I turned the car on and the windscreen wipers come on. I was like, what the bloody hell's going on? I thought they'd seized up. They haven't been used for that long.
Well, listen, mate. I'll tell you what, it has been a while. I don't know how long it's been since it's rained up here. We had that the other morning, about 2 weeks ago, I think. There was a bit of rain in the morning. But since then, really nothing. Nothing that I know of.
Well, it depends if you count a little shower.
Well, yeah.
You know, substantial rain, like a whole day's rain. We had it for months down there. Like when it's
Yep.
been, when you woke up and it's raining, and when you go to
Well,
bed, it's raining.
Lee says he has heard, officially, that City have completely given the green light for Savinho to join Spurs. It's finding players, then we definitely get him. I saw today somewhere between 65 and 70 million quid.
Job done. Job's a good one.
That's what I see today. Whether it's true or not, I haven't seen any of the big boys, I don't think, report it as such. I can't even remember who it was now, the bloke that posted it. Someone on it in our group put it on.
Normally, you've got to look for Ornstein or Fabrizio, isn't it?
Well, yeah. Whatever your poison is at the end of the day, isn't it? Waffles says, get a couple of forwards at Marks and Spencer's. I'm sure you're talking in grade of supermarket there, Waffles. I'm quite happy with that. I'll take that all day long, Waffles, to be fair.
Yeah.
But the question is, could it be Lidl's? Could it be Aldi's?
Yeah. That's normally what we do, mate. Lidl's or Aldi shopping.
Have we gone to Sweden and gone to Netto's? Who knows?
Never even heard of that.
Netto's was I think it was a Swedish shopping place that did more frozen stuff than anything else. And it was back when my kids were kids. So Aaron's 31 now. So back when he was 4 or 5.
I was going to say, we never had one of them.
We had Netto's over here then as well, yeah.
We never had one of them down here. We had Iceland on it. We had Iceland.
Yeah. Fair play. Fair play to the Waffless one. Yes. Big up to you. Now, look. Stoic's on me already. He's had his eyes done today. And he's over the moon, Sheriff. He's had his eyes done. He can finally see us again. And he's thought, what the bloody hell? The Stoic. I speak to him, you see, Sheriff. He leaves messages and stuff like that.
Oh, does he?
After show stuff, yes.
So
he and the Stoic have become quite accustomed
to each other. As soon as I get mine, mate, I book mine in.
My one's here, man. I've just got it's only over the road. I can pop in and book it with him.
Yeah.
Which I will do. He says his hometown Wrexham at Cardiff tonight. The old Welsh derby.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. I just want to get a few. Go on.
Will that be tasty, do you reckon? Because Wrexham's up the north, isn't it? And Wales and Cardiff's obviously the south. I don't know. I expect it might get a bit. It ain't going to be like Cardiff Swansea, is it? That used to get really tasty.
I don't know, mate. I don't know. Well,
Cardiff Swansea was a right tasty mash-up, wasn't it?
I'm sure the Stoic will let us know how tasty it gets. Yes, let's absolutely make sure we get the likes going. Please, people.
Yes.
That'll be very good. And if you haven't subbed, please do. I'm sure you have. But if you haven't, please do. Right, Mark, do you want to stick the old link in, mate? Is that a possibility?
I will do, mate. I'll
just shove off a few more names if I can see them. World Under's in. He says, no more Viv comments. Look, fair play to you, World Under, if you're saying that. I'm taking you at your word. He says, I'm told she's fuming. Their relationship is public knowledge. Oh, dear. We'll move on from there, Sheriff. All I wanted, World Under, was Sheriff to just laugh because he says you make him laugh and you've done him already. You've absolutely done him up like a kipper. He can't talk. Look.
No, I'm all right. I'm all right.
As the tears roll down his face.
But to be honest, he started this. You started this, Mr. World Under.
I'm getting a drink, Sheriff. You carry on a minute.
No, but you started this, Mr. World Under, and everyone else has just jumped on the bandwagon. They are. They're all jumping on the bandwagon. Oh, here we go. Yeah, here we go. There's another one. Jumping on the bandwagon. Filing for divorce. I'm not even married. I've never been married. Shove that. Look, the next comment, mate. No, he ain't got his headphones on.
Sorry about that. I never sorted my
No.
drink stuff out. Sorry about that.
The next comment.
Listen, mate, you're going to have to start banning these people or doing something.
No,
Do you know?
I'll
It's
never do
nothing to
that.
do with me. I don't want you to be saying it's me doing this, Sheriff,
No.
because you know
I have no
the
evidence of
fans have
what
got minds of their own.
I have no evidence of what happened on the breakfast brunch this morning. So I will
It was
rewatch this to
very
see it.
quiet on the Viv front this morning.
Oh, was it? That's because I
Yes.
wasn't on here.
Well, maybe, but you're going to have to deal with it, Sheriff. I don't know how you're going to deal with it, but you know, the old mate Ghost is obviously getting in on the act a little bit, and and Paney is getting on it as well. So listen, I don't know what to say, Sheriff. There's no links from me to that lot. Let me tell you.
Oh no, hang on a minute. Did you forget this morning?
Oh, I might have done, Kate. I might have done. Now you've said. I'm sure I did, you know, though. I've got this horrible feeling of me sitting here and you weren't here, Sheriff. And I gave the squeeze.
I have no.
Okay, extra squeezes.
Yes.
Extra squeezes. I'm so sorry if I didn't. There you go. Apologies to Kate there. I'm so sorry, Kate, if I forgot. You know that. All right, Sheriff, you can carry on now. There's no need to leave the comment up there for 3 hours, is there?
Big up, Sonny.
Evening, Sonny. Hope you're well, Sonny. Big up to you.
Big up, Paul.
Paul's in. Big up, Paul.
Big up.
Hope you're well, Paul. Yeah. The crowd is growing. The crowd is slowly growing. I know there's other people that are on.
Oh, no, there's a few more in now.
That's here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Razzle. Top geezer. Top geezer.
I have no idea.
Who knows, Andrew?
Who knows?
It's an open house, as you know, Andrew.
I did see the video. Did you see the video we had Tottenham TV put out when he was on there, right? And he come on and started calling out Dago, and they brought him on. Funny as hell. It's like
it
half
was
an hour
funny.
video.
It was funny. It was funny. But yeah, big up box office and Dago, by the way.
Oh, here we go. No. Now what's Sonny got having for tea? Some West Indian Mexican chicken. Oh.
In a Maggie bag, or is that a Maggi bag? I don't know. A Maggie bag, is it?
Yeah.
With roasted Mediterranean veg and rice. Lovely stuff. Sounds good.
I only just had some scran, mate, and I'm bloody starving again now.
What did you have? What did you have, Sheriff, for your tea?
Lamb chops. Lamb chops, mate, because there's a butcher that rocks up over the pub.
Oh,
just parks his van in the pub.
Yeah.
And he sells 2 bloody great bags of lamb chops for 20 quid.
Oh, right. Happy days.
Yeah, bloody lovely.
At that, couldn't you?
Big old chops as well. You know, they're like big old meaty chops for lamb.
There you go. There you go.
Any more in?
Well, Jane says she's wish it would rain in Romford. No rain.
It was when I went to work this morning.
Well, down here, yeah. And Razzle is confirming at 2:30 this morning in Kent, it was raining there as well. So, B-Tech, more like Z-Tech.
Well, you'll have to answer to him if he...
well, yeah, you will. The Stoic saying it's chucking it down in Galway. That's coming over. It's on its way over tonight. And apparently
he's in here.
The bottom of it will get to hit Manchester tonight, and everything north of that's going to get it tonight as it comes over from Ireland, apparently.
Is it?
Yeah. So who's in here? What? Oh, England gets rain.
Well, I'll be honest. Everywhere I've been today, the whole, because obviously we got loads of countryside down here, it just looks like a cricket pitch. That sort of colour, you know?
Yeah.
Or brown.
Yeah.
It's not green down here anymore, it's brown.
Logan says, you don't need to worry about that, fellas. I'll be your daily donator.
Oh, hang on.
And then, as if it shall appear...
I know, that means I got to get it. Hang on, where is it? Here we go.
Thank you, Logan. Appreciate it. Really do appreciate it. Thank you, Logan.
Thank you.
Scott says, Sheriff is the weatherman, ITK.
Oh, I got tea leaves, I got sticks, I got everything.
He's got a lot. Yeah. He's got a lot. The old metal ones as well that go one, when you spin around and all that. Yeah. Here we go. We Are Spurs TV talking facts now. Well, the allotment is anyway. We Are Spurs TV. The best supermarket is your own garden. Aldi in America is atrocious for having bad fish and meat. Just saying. He's just saying. He's just saying.
Yeah, I was going to say, like,
other supermarkets are available. I will cover myself there.
Yeah. But obviously, you've got your allotment, mate. Well, and I've seen what's been going on up there. Get over the nanny and granddad audits and stuff like that. And you'll see exactly what's going on there.
Listen, first year, Sheriff, we've had some stuff come out, haven't we, to be fair?
Oh, bloody right, mate.
We've done all right, haven't we?
The sweet corn's still grown, isn't it?
Yeah, sweet corn's having a banging time down there.
Yeah, I was going to say the pumpkins. The pumpkins are doing well.
We've got another 3 pumpkins that have popped up on the new tree.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's flying, mate. Flying.
I've seen tomatoes up there.
Yeah, there's tomatoes up there as well.
There were strawberries a bit earlier because a bit late for strawberries, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're normally June when Wimbledon's on.
We're not planting anything else now. Everything from now is getting ready for next year.
Yeah.
We've been up there putting posts in today and all that sort of stuff, squaring it all off.
I know if you look into it, mate, there's I know if you look into it, there's things that you can sort of harvest like various times of the year, you know?
Mm.
You know, you get sort of late potatoes or whatever, you know? I just guessed when I said that. I ain't got a clue.
Yeah, fair play, mate. Kate says she's heard they're looking at Ivan Toney. We're probably looking at everyone now, Kate, that could even 1% be available.
No, I don't want him, mate.
You don't want him? Sheriff don't want him?
No.
He's not having it, Kate.
How much do you reckon he's earning in bloody Saudi?
Who knows, mate? Who knows? Let me. Did you put the link in, Sheriff?
No.
Oh.
It's that really rumble, mate. But you said you had to get a drink. Oh, there you go.
That was it. The old link said, Sheriff will let you in as they come in while I drill down the chat to see if there's any more people in because you're all talking to each other. Anthony's in. Big up, Anthony.
Big up.
Hope you're well, mate. Big up to you.
Here we go. Odds on favourite.
Yeah.
Odds on favourite.
Odds on favourite in early doors. Steve DJ. I had a ton on you, Steve, at 1-2. I've just made myself a quick 50. How about that?
Nice.
And here he is. The syndrome of Spurs is in the house. BC, how are you as well?
All good.
Oh,
very good.
Is it good? Good.
I was going to say pros
behaviour. Listen, we're hoping that there's going to be a few more people come in. Like, you never know, someone like Mia or Nige or someone might come in and get involved in the Richarlison debate because I know Steve can't wait for Scott to come on.
Hang on.
They can air their differences between each other, and you know.
Hang on, what's this all about?
What's what all about? Well, Link. Yeah, he wanted the link. He's desperate, wasn't he? He's desperate to start. Oh, goal! Nice. All going to kick off here now. Look who's in. Joey's in. Watch out. Joey's about. How are you, Joe?
We got.
Evening,
I'm
Joey.
good. I'm good.
Evening,
you all right?
Yeah, we're not bad, mate. I've got to admit, Joey, you know we like to come on every day and all that. And you can always...
Go to bed, William.
Oh, William, Jesus, go to sleep, mate. Go watch us on playback tomorrow or something. Go to sleep, William. It's hard work, Joe, you know, coming on every day, but especially when nothing's happening as such. Do you know what I mean?
Well, really it depends on how you see it. You know, sometimes no news is good news. Just that's never the case with Spurs, is it?
No, unfortunately, it doesn't. Thanks, though. Darling.
What do you mean nothing?
Sorry, mate. Go on. You go.
I was just saying, it just depends on what you read, what you believe, who you listen to. You know, if you get your news off of X, then you're going to believe every little tidbit of information that some random person you've never heard from says, and it just gets spread around, doesn't it? You know.
Yeah, I get that.
I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean, Cookie, about like nothing going on. There's been lots going on today, mate.
Well, yeah, especially in the WhatsApp group, Steve. Especially in the WhatsApp group.
I got home and there was 483 comments, I think. So I just pressed the arrow.
Yeah, most of them were me and Scott.
Well, yeah, I've no doubt Scott.
I don't know. I thought I'm not reading that. I'll be here all night.
Well, yeah, he did. He hit the arrow button, went straight to the bottom. Guys, there was a little. Anyway, there was a little tete-a-tete about Richie today in the WhatsApp group, and I thought, do you know what? I said to the lads in the WhatsApp group and the girls, "You want to go on stream and talk about it then?" And they went, "Yeah." So I got on to Sheriff. He was still at work, and I'm like, "Sheriff, 6 o'clock. You all right for that?" "Yeah, go on then." Something like that it was anyway. And here we are. Now, the conversation is here, and I'm desperate for Scott to come in at some stage. But how do you guys feel about selling Richarlison? Apparently, a bid has come in over the last couple of days, and it's been rejected by Spurs. What are your feelings on that? And no. Sorry, can't do two things at once. I'm a bloke. Remember that. Listen, what are your feelings on Richie and this bid that's come in and Spurs have rejected it? Are they right to do that, or are you in the camp of, do you know what? I'm not bothered about a replacement. Get him gone because we know what he does. I don't know. Where are you?
Joe, I would say good evening, guys. I heard my name be called, so here I am. I was watching sorting out the dinner for the kids. So my thoughts with it is that the problem we've got is that really he's only our recognised striker. And although he's not great, and I'm not trying to say for any moment that he is, if we let him go without having a replacement, who are we going to play up front? Because in the second game, we didn't have a striker. And you saw that game. I don't know if anyone saw that game, but it wasn't great without a striker. I'm not saying that please don't get it twisted. I don't think he's great at all, but it feels like to sell him and not have a replacement would be like cutting off our nose to spite our face, if you like.
That's who we're playing up front.
Mia, I totally agree with you on that, right? Sorry to jump in, guys. First of all, I just want to say massive thank you to Flix for having me on his show today. I made my debut on Flix's show earlier. So big up, Flix. Mia, I agree with you. Now, the debate we was having was people wanted Richarlison sold, right? And I was saying, well, we obviously need a replacement, right? And then I was getting, we should sell Richie and play Sarr and Bergvall and Gray up front. And I was like, what are we doing here? Are you serious? Why? Well, and I was getting that they're better than Richie, but they're not. So,
the thing is, I want to get rid of him, but it's got to be not at the detriment of us. And I feel like that not having a striker would be at the detriment of us because we haven't even got someone who can play the false nine at the moment. Because really, Kulu could have played the false nine, but he's not obviously fit or he's not ready to come back. So we can't use him. So it's a bit like, what are we going to do? Like, it's not because I want to keep him because I love Richie to stay. It's because I feel like right here, right now, needs a must. And we need a striker to play up front for us. So, and for Rain asking in the comments, it was fajitas for dinner today. My boys love fajitas. They requested. They said, "We haven't had them in ages." So I said, "Okay, no problem."
Beef or chicken? What was it?
Beef because I'm going to do chicken curry. So I did beef.
Oh, why not indeed?
Fajitas.
I love a bit of chicken curry. Dear. Yeah. Stop with the food talk, Mia. That's enough of that. No
all round meals for tea, then, yeah.
Listen. So what happens if the Zerbi thinks to himself, "Do you know what?" And I'm just listen. This is not my thinking, by the way. I'm just like putting the options out there. Say he thinks to himself, "Do you know what? Richarlison, I know he works hard, but he's not for me." And whether he's the only striker that's there or not, could he go and play Sarr further up the field without a 9, maybe as such? Just asking.
don't we all say that we want Sarr to go as well? So I mean, you know,
he was just an example. Bergveld.
Yeah, no, I get that.
You know
okay, fair enough. Yeah. I mean, I just think they're not a recognised striker, and we're better off putting Mickey van der Ven if he was, because he used to play striker, so we'd be better off putting him up front. But he's obviously not. I don't know if he's fit or not. But yeah, if I was going to put anyone, it'd be Mickey, because he's actually been a striker where no one else has. So we can't guarantee that we're going to get goals. I know we can't guarantee we're going to get goals from Richie either, but I just think you've got more chance if they're actually a striker.
Fair play, Mia. That's all right.
Yeah, I obviously missed all of this earlier. All I'm going to say is about Richie, right?
I'll put the link in again while you're doing that.
He's probably the one that is available the most, because Solanke seems to be made out of not even sugar glass, something like more brittle than that. Richie is the one that's available the most from what we've seen over the past few months. And so, to be honest, I think getting rid of him at the moment is crazy. Seeing as Solanke's always cropped, and to have absolutely nobody, I mean, surely, well, I'm not saying he's not got to go, but until we get someone else, surely he's got to stay. Seeing as Solanke's never fit. That's my take on it anyway.
We know what Steve thinks. We know what Mia thinks. Joey, what's your thoughts on Richarlison? We'll come to Scott last. We'll come to Dave next. Sorry, Dave. Get Joey's thoughts, and then we'll come to you, Dave, and then we'll get Scott's thoughts.
Well, there's no doubt that we obviously need strikers. However, I mean, I spent last year blowing a gasket week in, week out about Spurs, and I've promised myself I'm not going to do it again. But the striker market is as dry as a nun's chuff at the minute. There isn't. I mean, everyone's going, Osimhen, Tony, this one, that one. They're not going to come. Just accept it now. We're not going to pay anyone 300 grand a week. It's not going to happen. They're not going to drop their wage demands by 100k a week, because no one would. None of us would. So, whilst, yes, we need to get both of them out, they're better than nothing. And at the minute, if we get rid of them, we have nothing.
Fair play. Nice answer, Joey. We'll come to Dave next. Dave.
I think you all here know my take of Richie. I'm not
I never read it. I pressed the arrow and it went straight to the bottom. I'm not reading 500 messages.
Yeah, I'm not his biggest fan. Never was, never will be. He is not the caliber of player that we need at this club if we are moving forward with De Zerbi. But if you sold him now, right, the market's dry, I would, just until we get someone over the line, I would put Telwood down the middle and use Savinho as the other winger if we get him. And do you know what I mean? This is on hopium though, that we get our targets and stuff like that. Tell's played striker before. Started off his career at Bayern there, but then good old Harry Kane come in and he got veered out. He got drifted out to the wing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think he's up there with the worst strikers I've ever seen at Tottenham Hotspur.
But would you see him without would you sell him without a replacement, Dave?
If an offer came in tomorrow for 20 to 25 mil, I would take it. I would, because you ain't going to get that. He's got his last year in his contract. You've got to be ruthless, but on the other side is they've got to be quick in replacing him. They have to be quick. And they haven't done that over the last 6 weeks, have they?
Yeah, I get that.
Since Tonali. So it's hard, but I think if a good offer comes in, take it and run, laughing all the way to the bank. Because worst comes to worst, you can put Tell through the middle until we get someone else in.
Fair play, Dave. Fair play. And we'll come to Scott. Scott, how are you? Nice to see you, mate. And give us your views on your mate Richarlison.
Thanks for having me. I just want a few things. Number one, I disagree. Having nothing is better than Solanke and Richie. If all we saw against Brentford was where it's listed for up front who was there, it said not Richie, I'd be happy. That's better than having Richarlison's name on the team sheet. If we have to play with 10 men, I'll take that over playing Richarlison. That's better. Just go 10 men. That's fine. We're better off with that. We have just as good a chance to win with 10 men as we do with 10 men plus Richarlison. Another thing, I don't think the market is thin for strikers, which is why every non-promoted, and there might be the promoted teams too, I just don't pay attention to them. Every non-promoted Premier League team has a better striker than we do. There's plenty of guys to get on that we could go out and get. Certainly because we also have known that we've needed a striker since at least last summer, if not before that. So we've had tons of time to bring in a striker. So many strikers out there that are light years better than Richarlison or Solanke. All I've heard is we can't buy a player because we have too many non-homegrown players. Now we can't sell Richarlison because we don't have a replacement. So what is it? We get a chance to get rid of Richarlison, a guy we've needed to get rid of since the minute we bought him. And we're saying, no, don't get rid of him. The fact is, chances to sell Richarlison don't come around very often because teams aren't dumb enough to buy him. So when you get a team that's dumb enough to say, we will give you something for Richarlison, when really what we should be doing is paying them to take him, you have to jump at that opportunity. This is how a team progresses. They get rid of players that actively hurt your team when they play. And when Richarlison plays for our team, we are worse. Get rid of that guy. There's a million players we can go out to bring in that are better than him now. There was even more players we could have brought in since the first day the window opened to get rid of this plug. But instead we keep them, and all we have is a squad where we can't bring players in because we have useless deadwood like Solanke and Richarlison who aren't fit to play in the Premier League, who would struggle to get in championship sides. And yet we're cool. Just keep them. Let's keep them. No problem. Don't sell them. It's madness. It's what holds our club back. And it's what we see so much from our fan base and why they accept mediocrity and crap, why they're fine getting 17th, and why next year when we have these same awful players that got us 17th, we'll just be happy with whatever we get again rather than upgrading. I don't know if that's clear on my view on it or not. But.
So what are you trying to say? I mean, stop mincing your words, mate.
Listen, that's how Scott sees it. Anyone got any comeback on any of that?
Scott, do you not like Richarlison? Because I'm not entirely sure about it.
Scott,
I think we could do better, Mia. Maybe slightly better.
Scott has waited his whole life for this moment. Go for it, mate. Unload, mate. Unload. Love it.
Listen, I've seen the WhatsApp group today, obviously. So I knew there was a bit of tension regarding this subject. And Rain, if you're free, Rain, come on. Come on, Rain. I'll put the link back in the chat again. If you've got 10 minutes, Rain.
And Benji.
And Benji, come and jump on. Whoever wants to come and jump on. Once the screen's full, the screen is full. And we can talk about this stuff because I find it highly interesting because I know that, I can't remember, you might remember, Dave. Rain put a poll in the group today. I don't know if you saw it. And it was, would you let Richie go with no one coming in or no one ready to come in? Would you do it if it was someone that had been mentioned that was on the way? Words to that effect. There was four things anyway. You must have seen it, Scott. You voted in it. Whatever it was anyway.
I voted get rid of him.
Yeah,
you might be surprised to hear.
Really?
Scott was the first vote in. Get him gone.
I can't believe you voted to sell him, Scott.
All I'm saying is, if we're sticking Tell up front, we're bang in trouble. Sorry, but we are bang in trouble. If we're relying on Tell for 6 months of the season, we're bang in trouble.
Are we not bang in trouble if it's Richie up front?
No, what I'm saying is I want Richie gone, right? Yeah, he's not good enough, but until you get a replacement, you cannot sell your only fit striker.
Yeah, fair
A
play.
guy that scored 12 goals last season or 13 goals last season, you take Richie away, that's 13 less without replacing him. You're missing 13 goals, basically. It's like when we sold Johnson, we shifted out 22 goals from the season before.
Yeah.
Right, and we didn't replace him.
With Johnson 17th, we sold him, we're still 17th. So what was the downside?
Well, wasn't he our top? Wasn't he our top scorer last season?
Yeah, and we got rid of him and we stayed 17th.
How did this get?
That's not down to one player, though, is it? Come on, let's face it. That's down to Vidario. That's down to Romero. That's down to like all the other players. Yeah, we've replaced. We've got Tonali in, Fernandes in, Robertson in, to name a few. Senesi, Van Hecke. Yeah, so you know, some of these players that were part of the 17th thing have gone. Johnson's gone. Yeah, at the moment, you cannot sell Richarlison until you get a replacement. And this whole thing about homegrown and all this, yeah, you have to play by the rules. Because otherwise, you're going to have players that are not got a squad number, and they're being sat on the bench getting paid, yeah? So at the moment, you cannot shift Richarlison out until you get a replacement. It's as simple as that.
You 100% can. Like,
how can you?
Clear.
You said you want to play with. You said you want to play with 10 men. That's ridiculous. That's just ridiculous, man. Seriously, 10 men? What are we talking about?
You want to play with Richarlison?
I'm not being funny. I'm not being funny, mate. It's like playing with 10 men with Richie on the pitch anyway.
Yeah, that's about to say that.
He's terrible. I know he pops up with goals and stuff like that, important goals, but he needs so many chances to hit the back of the net. He's so frustrating. He's got a trampoline for a foot. He's terrible.
I don't think anybody disagrees with that at all. Nobody here is trying to say that isn't the actual way it is. But what we're trying to say is that you're playing, it's like playing with 2 legs or 1 leg. Basically, you're taking away that leg. Like we can't be doing that, because we did with players. We've always said if we don't have a replacement for someone, especially as much as a striker, we haven't got wingers at the minute. So like the goals are going to be obsolete, and we need to win games of football right here, right now. We need to start the season off well. And I just think not having a named striker is madness not to have one, because we haven't actually got one. Unless any of you want to just put one of the youngsters up front, I just think that's silly. I just don't think it's going to work. We have to have someone that we know can at least score goals.
But we don't. Richie can't. We know that. We've seen it.
But he does. But he does score goals. We're not saying that he scores every one. He's not clinical, not by a long shot. But he does score goals, Scott. That's a lie to say he doesn't score gols, because he does.
So does every.
5 chances in 1.
So bring Polina scores goals. So we better not get rid of him. Johnson scores goals.
But he's a striker.
We better not get rid of him.
But we're talking about here and now, Scott. We're talking about here and now, Scott. Forget about all other players that have gone. We're talking about a striker here and now that we have not got if we get rid of Richie right this second.
With Richarlison, I would argue we don't have a striker, because Richarlison is garbage as a striker.
Listen,
Richie took 1 chance on Saturday. Sorry, Mia. You go, Mia. Sorry.
If he had 5 chances and he scores 1, at least that gives us an opportunity to score. If we don't have no striker, there's no one to score any in 5, right?
Scarlett can go up there and score 1 in 5. If we play Dane Scarlett, we have no worse of a chance of winning against Brentford than we do if we play Richarlison. Our chances don't go down.
Scarlett, what we doing here, man?
The same thing we're doing when you say keep Richie, Steve.
This is what the club's done to us, isn't it?
But really, have you not think about it. Statistically, Scarlett is not better statistically at scoring goals than Richie is. He's not better. He doesn't score more goals than Richie. That is a fact. To say that he's going to score goals and Richie don't is ridiculous. That's
I didn't
just nonsense.
say that. I guess we'll just make up things people never said.
But but you're implying it, because you're basically saying that Richie don't score goals.
I said it.
You just said Scarlett would score.
No, I didn't. I said Scarlett gives us no worse chance to win than Richie does. I didn't say he would score. I didn't say he was better. I said he isn't worse. That's different.
So if it's not worse, why are we playing Scarlett and not Richie then? That's just ridiculous.
We should play neither.
Who scored the winner against Chelsea? Who scored the winner against Chelsea in pre-season? Right? Who scored the winner? Who scored a first-time shot on Saturday against Hoffenheim? One touch finish, crossed in, and he just hit it in the back of the net. Who was that?
Against piss poor defenders? Is that what you're saying?
We're talking
it doesn't
about
matter. It doesn't matter. If Richie scored a hat trick on Saturday, right? If say Richie scored a hat trick against Brentford, yeah, would you say they were piss poor defenders? Brentford, would you say that?
Listen. Time and time again, we've relied on Richie, Solanke, and Tell for 2 seasons. Okay, what's happened? We've been 17th twice. I rest my case. All right.
But someone's saying put Tell up front.
We're not 17th twice just because of those 2 players, are we?
Exactly.
No, they're the ones who score goals.
They're the ones who are supposed to. Stupid statement. Sorry, but it is. It's a team game. It's a team game.
So, would you expect more goals from the midfield then? They're up there to score goals. The fact is, they don't do it. They haven't done it.
Midfielders do score goals in most teams.
Can I just quote something?
We were relying on our strikers.
A very famous coach once said that it's defences that win you games and leagues. So basically, it ain't just about strikers. It's also
they didn't have our current Spurs team, did they?
It's also no, but what I'm trying to point out to you is that it's a team game. You can't just say it's just if the defender doesn't do his job, then obviously a striker can score as many goals as you like. But if he's not defending correctly, then we're going to let in goals. So the point is, it's a team game. You can't just say that one individual part of the pitch is therefore responsible for
They're there to score goals, Mia. End of. Up front, they're there to score goals.
Yeah, and the people are there to defend goals. How many goals did we concede, Rowley?
I don't care. Look.
So what I'm trying to say,
how many goals did we score though? How many goals did we score last season?
But if we're looking at the goal
oh my
deficit,
God, Mia, you can't do that.
What do you mean? Oh my God, please can you stop?
Hang on, let us finish, Rowley, and then you can come back.
My point would be is that actually, yes, we need to score goals, but if you're not defending goals, that obviously contributes to not winning games also. So you can't just say it's the strikers' fault for the whole situation of us being where we were. It was all of the team. They were all absolutely pants. They were all pants. Let's be honest.
Sorry, Mia, did somebody say that it was only the striker's fault?
No, but Rowley is saying, but no.
Yeah, don't listen to Mia. No one listens to Mia. You just, Mia, hey, hush up.
Finish, shut your mouth, you, right? You can shut your damn mouth. Coming on and starting on me, Benji, yeah? Don't start.
You do it to me all the time.
Crazy.
Taste your medicine.
Just because you think you're Kung Fu Buddy Panda.
I am. Hold on.
What are we doing,
I don't think anyone is saying that Richarlison and Solanke are the be-all and end-all. I think a lot of people are saying, I know, Scott, you're saying you'd rather play with 10 men. Okay, that's your opinion. I just think, if you haven't got anyone else, why are you getting rid of them?
Because we have to get rid of them when we can. Because we can't get rid of them, Joey.
But to also then say, people say, oh, well, they're why we finished 17th twice on the trot. I mean, that's just daft. What you telling me? So it had nothing to do with Ange, had nothing to do with Frank.
Nobody said that.
Nothing to do with Vicario being a waste of time. I'm not being funny with Vicario. That flight he caught today is the first thing he's caught in 2 years.
Nobody said.
Did you practice that one? That was very good.
Not a single person said anything remotely.
Just a quick one. Right? I've just brought a stat up. Right? In the past 2 seasons, basically in the last 76 Premier League matches, Spurs have conceded 122 goals. That's disgraceful. That's mental.
That's down to Richie.
Yeah, Richie's fault. Damn that Richie. God damn him.
Why can't he play in goal for fuck's sake?
Well, he don't help, does he?
That nobody ever
why
said.
Why is he not a defender and a goalkeeper and a striker?
Piss poor strikers. Why are you defending piss poor strikers?
We're not defending him, Rowley.
Don't worry, Riley. I'm going to add to that. In the Premier League last season, we only managed 42.
Thank you. Crap.
How many of those? How many of those should you get?
Front
how
to
many
back.
of those did Richarlison score?
11.
12. 11. Oh, was it 11 or was it 12?
Well, it was one
11
of
last season, 1 the season before. So it depends how far back.
Right. So basically, if you look at those stats there, what does that tell you? From back to front, we've been absolutely piss poor.
We need to upgrade the whole team.
Could you put some context to we're shit?
Yeah, from front to back, we're shit. That's the context. No, and no one is defending shit strikers. We're defending not having a striker at all, whether they're shit or good. Because if we sell the strikers and don't replace them, then we have no one. That's what we're defending.
I thought that's what football teams do, innit? Get better. If they don't perform, you get better.
Brought in better, if we haven't brought in better, or for whatever reason we can't bring in better, should we just have no one then?
Yeah, my question is why haven't they?
We have Scarlett.
That's not down to me.
But we don't have no one, Joey. We have Scarlett.
I'm not saying it's down to you. It's down to the club, and there's just piss poor decisions.
Yeah, but how do you know they're not working on a deal right now?
Oh my God! How long have they had? Do you know what I mean? How long have they had?
You just don't know. You don't know, do you? They could sign a
striker
in the next week.
They've known they needed a striker, right, since last January.
Boys, can I throw something out there, right?
What are you on about?
What do you mean, boys? Hold on a minute, Kung Fu Panda. Calm yourself down.
You know what I mean? You're one of the lads, Mia. Shut up. I'm not actually entirely convinced you're a woman. You terrify me.
She's got more balls than some of the blokes on YouTube.
She's got more balls than me, mate. She terrifies me. But listen, I was going to say, right, so we spent roughly, 236 million, right? Our net spend is currently at 46 million.
Correct.
Is anybody else just a weeny bit concerned that maybe the wall's been pulled over our heads and the old Enoch is really still there? Yeah, a little bit.
No,
if you wasn't thinking that at all.
How can you say no?
I can say no because words can come out my mouth. I can say whatever I bloody want, Rhoda, yeah? So don't tell me how can I say no, yeah? Easily. Quite simple, yeah?
That's the wonder you get out of bed with your brain.
Come on, Rolly. Give it to her.
Hold on a minute. With five brains? Hold on a second, mate. I think I've got bigger brains and bigger balls than you. So don't step to me and tell me I ain't got no brains.
Yeah, try it. Go for it.
Make it personal. Do not make it personal.
Go for it. Go for it, Mia. Go for it, Mia.
Hey, hold on.
Go for it, Mia.
No brains. No brains is personal. I never said nothing personal about him. And he told me I've got no brains. Yeah, that's
no, but your mouth.
Enough.
What do you mean with my mouth? I was just saying about how you're telling me how I can't say no. Don't tell me what I can and can't say is what I just said to you. Don't tell me what I can and can't say. I can say no. Easy. Don't get rude with me, Rolly man. You're getting rude. You're being well rude.
Just calm down.
You all know. Yeah, don't attack the person, attack the opinion. We always say that on here. Right? And it'll always be that way. So, Rolly, if you want to come back at Mia, I ain't got no problem with that, all right? But just be careful in what you're saying, personal, or what could be took as personal. All right, mate? That's all I'm saying. Reply to Mia. You're quite welcome to, Rolly, but
apologise.
Let's just be nice about it. Go on, mate. Go on.
No, it's 2 years. We've known we wanted a striker, and here we are again. 5 days before the Premiership starts, and look where we are. And we're still on about playing bloody Tell up front because we ain't got a striker, or we can't sell Richarlison because he's crap. I mean, what are we doing here? We're supposed to be a football club. We're supposed to be a football club with a bloody a plan. We've got nothing, mate.
So going back to what Benji actually said was, Benj, the thing is, right, is that we're going to sell players because we have to get rid of players. So us making money back is by the by, because all clubs do it, yeah? All clubs sell players and make money back. If you look at it, we don't really go on net spend, because at the end of the day, part of a business is selling stuff and then buying it, buying stuff, isn't it? You buy and you sell. So I don't think...
We're a big club.
But that doesn't matter.
In your opinion, no, but answer the question. In your opinion,
big clubs do it. Yes, but big clubs. Do you think Manchester City worry about if they sell or buy?
5 days.
Do you reckon they mind if they sell? Do you reckon they mind if they sell and buy? Chelsea sell and buy.
No, I hear you, mate. I hear you. Listen, you've just turned around and said that we basically need to sell to buy. Is that correct?
No, that's not what I'm saying. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it doesn't matter. It's not, that's not what it's about. For me, it's about intention of what they're going to do. That's what's important. I'm not worried about the money. I'm not worried about what money comes.
Intentions.
Do you know what I think, Mia? I've got to tell you this.
Because you can come back at me in a minute after Benji's said what he's got to say.
Do you know what I really think? What I think this really boils down to? Arrogance. Now, you might be thinking, Benji, what the fuck are you talking about, mate?
I always think that about you.
I know, me too. I'm the envy centre of it. Look, we all talk about Spurs having a plan, right? When I look at Tottenham, I think there is such an air of arrogance because it's almost like they've gone, right, these are our targets. We are going to get them. And listen, we all know that doesn't always happen, right? That's a known fact. But it always seems to me like Spurs never have a contingency plan. Am I alone in thinking this?
No. Thank you.
No, it's the same ENIC we've seen forever, Benji. Nothing's changed. It's the same. No idea how to run a football club. They make a few things, as always, a few signings to get fans all gassed up, but they leave the club short because they don't have proper football people making football decisions. Still the same old ENIC that we've had.
But deciding to raise the wages is a footballing decision, and it was a good one. So it's
everybody gets more wages now. We broke our wage record before. We'll break it again. We still don't address football needs at this club. That's what it all comes down to. Whether you want Richie to start or don't want Richie to start, it's not good enough. The front line we have going into, whether Richie is sold or not sold, we still haven't done the football moves. We haven't addressed our football needs that we need to, just like every other window for the past 26 years.
Yeah. All right.
I don't remember ENIC chucking 185 million for two players in the last 26 years. I'm sorry. But
that's because nobody pays that kind of money, Steve. That's why Everton has broken their record in the last 2 years.
Because they had the shock of their life and they got desperate.
Elliot Anderson went for 120 million, for goodness sake.
That was only 3 weeks ago.
That's a going rate then, isn't it? For a
that was only
defender.
3 weeks ago, Steve. 25 is 26 years ago when ENIC.
Yeah, I'm not saying that ENIC have done
going for it, but you've just said they've never done it. But that's
they haven't though.
It's a going rate for a decent defender now.
That's the going rate now, Steve. When they took
85,
over
90 million, that's a going rate.
Whenever it was, or whatever it was. Players weren't being sold.
Just think the 60 million that you paid for Solanke, would probably be 90 million now.
Well, it would be.
Same for Richarlison.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is they spent the money well, though. Just on those like Tonali, Van Hecker, and Fernandes.
Well, we hope so, Steve. We hope so, mate. Yeah, from what we've seen.
None of it's the same. Richarlison.
Can't argue that. Can't argue that, Steve.
Yeah,
can I ask the whole panel a quick question?
Yeah,
if you don't mind, right? Just a quick one.
No, carry on.
Who thinks out of everybody here, everyone here, that by the end of the transfer window, we're going to be sitting here saying, you know what, Spurs did it right. They built from the back. We landed our strikers in the end. No. Who honestly, and listen, don't feel ashamed to say yes, just because it's probably against the general opinion. But is there anyone amongst you that thinks that's likely? That's a possibility.
I don't think that'll ever happen so long as ENIC own Tottenham. I don't think they'll ever be in that position.
I agree with that.
But isn't the Savinio deal done pretty much though? From what we're hearing,
we're hearing that.
We're hearing it, Steve. We're hearing it, but whether it's true or not,
Savinio doesn't score goals though. No. Savinio doesn't address what we need. He doesn't score goals.
He hasn't done. He hasn't done so far, Scott. Go on. Carry on.
With ENIC as owners, I will never trust them as far as I could throw. So I'm sitting on the fence.
Until you started sleeping with one of them, you mean?
I will give my judgment on September the 2nd.
Fair play.
And that's where I am with it, Sheriff. That's where I am with it. I'll see what happens by September the 2nd. That's where I am with it. I can't judge them until I know when the window's shut.
Listen, everyone's going to have different judgment because I'll tell you now, There'll be players that come in, whether it be a Savinho or a Gakpo or a Marmoush, whoever it is, right? And everyone will say, different people will say, oh, shit, I don't know why we bought him. Oh, shit, why have we got him? He don't do anything. Like Scott says, Savinho, he hasn't proved in the last 2 years that he's going to assist and score goals because he hasn't done it. Right, my argument is with Savinho is I think that De Zerbi will play him totally differently to how Pep wanted him played. So it is what it is at the end of the day. Hopefully, and we say hopefully every year, he'll extract a bit more out of him. Who knows? Right, I think it'd be a good signing for Spurs personally. Yeah, I think
the example is Grealish, isn't it?
Cookie? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Benji, I said that on Flix's show. I said, why not just go for a Grealish? Do you know what I mean?
Do you know?
You could, but
what he made? What Grealish yesterday? Yes.
What I mean by that is really and truly. So look, we all knew before Grealish went to City, he was a fantastic player. And don't get me wrong, he was good at City, but we all know he wasn't as good as he could be. Right? We saw that. Listen. After he left City, we saw a resurgence. He was great at Everton. I know he only played 20 games, but he was fantastic. He was back to himself again. When people say to me, Savinho can't do this, it does irritate me because the way I look at it is this. Last season, there was context to that. Okay. Look, we know at Girona, 10 goals, 9 assists, banging. That means for me, Savinho's capable, right?
Yeah.
The first season at Manchester City in the hardest league on the planet, playing under in a different way, a different system with Pep. He gets 1 goal, 10 assists. And that was his position. That's where he was. That was what he was asked to do, right? Bear in mind, this entire time, he's been played out of position. Jesus Christ. Last season, he played right wing and centre midfielder. So this is a guy that has not been utilised correctly at all. So all I'm simply saying is when people say he can't, I completely beg to differ. I think you get someone like Savinho, who is, as far as I'm concerned, a top level talent. This guy on the ball is a joke. He will ghost 2 players like they're nothing, right?
He will.
But I just look, all I'm trying to say is I think there is context to his last season, but I absolutely believe that Savinho, if he comes to Spurs in the right environment with the right type of manager, which we all know De Zerbi is, he's a guy that wants to go front foot, says, go out there and express yourself. That's the sort of guy that De Zerbi is. And I just think when Savinho's in a team like that, where he feels part of the project and feels a bit of love, because we all know players, sometimes certain players need love do you know what I mean? Like Harry Redknapp used to do. Put his arm around players, get the best out of them.
Are you going to give him love, Benji? Because you want to marry him, basically. He's not going to marry you, mate. What?
If we sign him, I've got the funniest show booked, and mostly because of Scott Amos in chat. I've got one thing coming for you, buddy. Don't worry. Okay, I've made it specifically for you. But yeah, listen, I'm a big fan of Savinho. I won't.
No, you're not, are you, Benji? I never knew that at all.
Right,
I know it's hard to believe. I know. I get it.
1 minute.
Hang on a second.
Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute.
Go on, Sheriff.
Big up, Logan. And you get another one. Big up, Logan.
Cheers, Logan. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much. Continue, Benji. Continue. Cheers, Logan.
Thank you. That's me all done, mate. If someone wants to come at me about Savinho anytime, you might
want to wipe your mouth. You know what I mean?
Don't worry, Benji. I'll die on that hill with you and Savinho as well. I think he's got so much. He's got a lot of potential. He's got a very high ceiling. I think he's been completely used wrong at City. We all know Pep likes to chop and change his teams around week in and week out. And again, when City are playing other teams, they're coming up against a low block, literally near enough every game. And he's a player that thrives on space.
I'll star that one, Mark.
All right.
Carry on. Sorry, Dave.
I think when he's playing in a Spurs shirt, he's going to have plenty of grass to run into because he's not playing against the low block every week. Teams try and come to us and give us a game of football. And I think you're going to see 10 times more output than what you've seen at City. And I just think he's great on the eye. I think he's great on the eye. The way he dribbles around people, his quick feet. He's got
Spurs fans will love him. Spurs fans will love him.
And you know what, as well? You know, he's practically got one foot in the door anyway. He's practically bum chums with all the Spurs players anyway. He likes every single flip in post any player puts up. Do you know what I mean? He's fully come on. He's fully coys already.
Yeah, listen,
and he's not even signed for us.
He ain't signed yet, but I'll tell you what, give him a year. Yeah, if he takes off, we got to say if because we don't know. But if he shows what Benji was talking about, and I've seen exactly the same from him, he will be the darling of White Hart Lane. Trust me, he could be that. He could be that fella. You never know. Mate. He's a very good player. Yeah, go on, go on, Brody.
No, I hope you're right. I hope you're right because, we need something, don't we? We need someone to look up to, don't we? We need a superstar, don't we, to put on the shirts.
And Rody, don't get me wrong. He's got to improve. He's got to improve his output. He's got to improve his assist rate. Yeah, all that stuff. We've got to give him time. If he comes in, we've got to give him time. I understand that. He ain't going to hit the ground running, is he? Yeah. I hope he does. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. For Tottenham's sake. Yeah. But as I was saying, I hope he is going to be the darling of White Hart Lane because we've had no superstar to look up to, have we? Not for a long time, mate.
He's not coming though. I'm convinced he's not coming to Tottenham. Convinced.
Are you really, Benji?
Mate, it breaks my heart to say this. I am convinced. Again, it stinks of Leonardo Di Matteo. Listen, the player can want to come to Spurs as much as they like, and Spurs can want the player. But Manchester City have set a price, and Spurs don't want their pants pulled down. So it's a stalemate. I don't think it's
Benji, what everyone's saying, he's definitely coming. He was left out of the Man City squad. There was about 3 players above him, you know what I mean, that could play. Do you know what I mean?
This, mate, honestly, it's
crazy.
He's been definitely coming for a good month and a half now. Next week.
He's been coming for nearly 14, 16 months, hasn't he? Really? Do you know what I mean?
This is about day 380.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I disagree, Benji. I think Spurs do want their pants pulled down. Like, we are trying to get them down as low as we can, and City knows that we'll pull our pants down even more. That's why it's taking so long.
Benji will pull his pants down if he comes.
Savio's a great talent, but it's just pure hope to think that he's going to score goals at the Premier level because there's nothing about him, what he's actually done, to make you believe that he will score goals at the Premier level. That's my concern with him.
All right, now, Scott, how about this? Fine. How about this one then? Say he gets 15 assists. Does that make up for it? And 1 goal?
I mean, sure, but who's he assisting to? That's the other problem. We don't have anybody for him
Concrete
to
boots.
Concrete boots.
Who's he assisting? Richie and Solanke? Tell? That's the problem.
We're not saying that they don't both need to go. At this precise moment, they're the best we got. Yes, I'd move them both on.
Yep.
I would. I'd get rid of them tomorrow. But they're the best we've got at the moment. Not saying they're very good. I'm not saying they're very good, Scott, but at the moment they are the 2 best we got, unfortunately. And that is those upstairs for.
So you're saying they win by default, Sheriff, yeah?
Let's face it, they couldn't win anything, could they?
There are a couple of donkeys. We can't go into another season with those two. It's not possible.
So, Benji, if you're saying Savinho's not coming, who do you think is?
I'll tell you what, here's a crazy take. I'm more convinced that Gakpo will come than Savinho because as soon as that deal goes through with Liverpool, and that will happen, I think Gakpo will be set for release, and I think Spurs will probably pay around 70 million for him. I'm more convinced Gakpo turns up than Savinho. And don't get me wrong, I'm not going to complain because Gakpo is captain reliable. He will give you numbers season in, season out. Last season, he got double GA. That was Liverpool's worst season for a very, very long time. I say worst season, they fucking finished, 5th? So regardless of the team, he still performs. And I've said this before, he might not be the winger that we deserved, but maybe he's the winger we needed. Maybe. At the end of the day, I want consistency at Tottenham, and Gakpo offers you that. So
Benji, one more question to you and everyone else who wants to, but Benji first. Is he the only one you think will come in before the window shuts, or is there an inkling that there may be someone else, but not Savinio, for argument's sake? Difficult question. I know.
No, it is. It is, and I'm going to give you a really crappy answer, Cook. I don't know. I want to sit here and go, I'm positive, but I'm not. I don't know. I really don't know, mate. So,
does anyone else think it might be Gakpo and one other, for argument's sake, or pick your poison who you think it might be that comes in before the window closes?
Gakpo and Savio, that's who we'll get.
I can't wait for their speech. I can't wait for Enix's speech or Lange's speech at the end of the season. We tried. I'm waiting for that one.
Yeah. Does anyone think we get no one in before the end of the window?
I've got a feeling. I've been saying this for a couple of weeks, because you can back me up on this. I've just got this feeling we're getting Morgan Gibbs-White. I think that's been worked on in the background, and I think Bergvall is the sweetener.
Who knows? Who knows? 80 million in Bergvall, 70 million in Bergvall, whatever. It's going to take a right few quid to get him out of there. I'll tell you that now.
The thing with Gakpo is, the thing with Gakpo is though, he had a relationship with Robertson, didn't he? Season before, was it season before that? How long has he been at Liverpool now?
3 seasons.
Robertson.
3, 4.
Oh, Gakpo.
Oh no, Gakpo.
This will be Gakpo's 3rd season at Liverpool if he stays.
5th season. He had 4 seasons already.
Sorry, don't know where I got that from. Yeah, you're right.
Did he played with Robertson though, didn't he? At some point, he must have played with Robertson.
So yeah.
So they've got that relationship already, haven't they? So that could work on the left, right?
Maybe. Yeah, it could do, Steve. I've got to say, if it's just Gakpo that comes in, I mean, to me, Gakpo and Savinio on their own is very underwhelming, right? And before anyone gets their knickers in a twist, look, let's not go to this. You can't do it all in one window, right? All I want is him, the manager, to be given a first team that he can go out there and have a chance with. That's all. Yeah. Right? I know we can't do everything in one window for the people that I think that we can do that. I know we can't do that.
Right, James.
The money's there now, isn't it?
But in theory, you are asking them to do that.
Hang on. Big up, James. How are you, mate? Welcome to the show.
Big up, James.
I'm all right. What's your thoughts on Richie?
No, I don't like him. I've said that before. I watched him at the weekend, and I was actually at the game with my driving instructor, and we all went up, and it was weird, and I didn't really. He scored the goal, but I don't want him here, and I've always said that. I want a proper striker, if you get what I mean. Like he can't do it again, falling over again in a pre-season friendly. It's like going to ground. He's got like a foot of a basketball. One of those like the tennis racket when he just hits and it goes up.
Right.
Funny.
I've got another question. Would you sell him though before getting someone else in?
Yeah, I'd tell him. Yeah.
Before getting someone else in.
Yeah, I'd get rid of him. Get him off the wage bill.
Even though Solanke is injured at the moment, and he's our only fit striker.
Yeah, so you got to clear these players out, because then eventually we'll get, because he's got another extension on his contract, hasn't he? That you can extend, and then we'll go, well, we have to extend that.
Yeah, I know that, but would you get rid of him before bringing anyone else in, though? Because Solanke's not fit at the moment.
Yeah, I would.
That surprises me.
Yeah, I would. I think 2 people are going to come in. That's my personal opinion. I think, I think everybody going on about Savinio. I think I said it last time I was on the show. I think, he's been playing in the Man City team where Pep has his wingers and he's been touching up. When I watched him at Verona, he was a fucking brilliant player. 6 goals. players around him. Obviously, that's going to be the thing. But Tavernier, his ability on the ball is fucking up here. I think he's such a good player. He's young as well. You know what I mean? You can coach him to be even that top, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an interesting take. So you're the same as Scott. You'd just sell and get rid, James. Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Listen, like we said, 16 days to go of the transfer window. It's going to be. I can see us getting towards the end of that window when the old loan market comes into play, maybe at Spurs, like it did with Mawani, if you remember,
panicking
last season. Does anyone see much of the same going on at the end of the window? With if we don't get who we want or who we need, that we maybe will go into that loan market to go and find a striker or a winger from somewhere.
Before anybody answers that, though, I've got a job, guys. So big up everyone.
Cheers,
great
mate.
debate.
Big up, Steve.
Thanks
for jumping on, mate. Ciao, mate. Take care, mate.
Right.
Cheers, Steve. Nice one,
That's
Steve.
That's helped us out, actually, because someone was trying to jump in.
Yeah, I could see someone was. Yeah, whoever it was trying to jump in, try again. There's one spare space. You might as well jump in. We're only going until 8 o'clock tonight. So 35 odd minutes. Come in, say what you need to say.
And we're going to send you all over to Stell.
Yeah, I believe Stell's on later on, actually.
He is.
So, there you go. I think there's a few people.
It is the 17th today, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Yeah, it is.
There you go.
Yeah.
And with that being said, I'm going to also jump off. Let someone else have a chance if they want to jump in as well.
Yeah, okay.
I've had enough to say.
Yeah, fair
and also,
play,
I've had enough. I've had enough abuse from that man down there.
Yeah, well, it won't happen again,
Benji,
Mia. It will not happen again.
Right. No, I was talking about Benji.
Coming from you.
Benji. Yeah, don't you stop.
She follows me to every stream. She bullies me. Well, I get comments all the time. And now she's teaming up my arch nemesis Scott bloody Amos. So whatever.
You got no. See it. Thanks, Mia. You take care.
No worries. Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Keep always, Mia. Always.
See you later, Mia.
There you go. Benji's being bullied by Mia. I'm being bullied by Sheriff. Rowley's being bullied by Dave, and Scott's being bullied by no one. He says, "Fuck you all, get rid of Richie now." Get him out.
Who am I bullying?
Rowley. I just made it up,
I'm just passionate, man. I'm just for this.
Guys, listen. 16 days, like we said, to go. Is anyone's bum going now? Really? Because I see a lot of comments in the chat. I've got to say, where people are like,
just don't trust them, man.
Just take it easy, boys. There's still 2 weeks to go. Yeah, you could be going a bit earlier. Sort of comment, but I don't know. Go on, tell us how you're feeling now.
Can I just say, right, okay, I mean, everyone seems to be quite confident. Well, not everyone, but a lot of the consensus is that we'll get Gakpo and Savinho in, okay? Yeah, and if you look at the numbers being bandied about for them, that would mean Tottenham have spent circa 400 million in one window. Forget what they've sold and recouped and net expenditure and all that shit. They would have spent nigh on, excluding add-ons and all that stuff, 400 million in one window. Are you telling me if that happens, we are still going to sit there and criticise them when they come out and say, "Oh yeah, we couldn't get a striker," even though they've spent 400 million and they've actually
should have done it before, mate?
Yes.
Oh God's sake! We're not talking about before. We're talking now. This window, we've spent 4 weeks.
They've known they needed a striker.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. I'll shut up because you're not listening to the point. So you crack on, Rowley.
No, I'm telling you. It should have.
Don't tell me anything.
Got a striker.
Don't tell me anything. You've just been told by Mia. Now I'll tell you. I ain't a woman. Don't speak to me and tell me anything, okay?
Do what you like.
Then leave. Then leave the show.
Who?
Me. Yeah.
Fuck off, Scott. You silly bald
Let's
cunt.
not get narky on here.
Don't tell
in the middle
people
of the
that they
stream.
can't talk to you if you're on the stream.
They can't tell me anything. Don't tell me anything. I'm trying to ask a question, and it's not being listened to before someone's jumping in and answering. Because I'm telling you, don't tell me. It's all right, Cookie. Don't worry. I don't need to finish. You'll crack on. I'll sit here and listen.
Joe, I'll let Mark carry on. Go on, Mark.
Benji, what was your question?
It wasn't Benji. It wasn't. It was Joey. Joey was speaking.
Oh, yeah. Joey. Sorry.
Joey was Joey. No one's going to interrupt until you finish, Joey.
Yeah.
Say Joey, what you need to say, Joey.
My question is based on this window. Are we still going to criticise the club even though they spend circa 400 million in one window?
Right. Have you finished, Joey? Yeah.
That was all I wanted to know.
Answer the question. There you go.
The main question is, well, the key word there for me was if. If we get in a couple, Savinho and Gakpo, I think you'd be hard pressed to actually complain, right? I mean, look, yes, we need cover at right back. Yes, we probably need a more established goalkeeper. Yes, we need at least 2 wingers and a striker. At least 2 wingers. Because guys, now we've got one.
Now we need another right back as well, don't we?
But this is what I just said. This is exactly it, mate. It's exactly it, Rolly. So like I said, right now we've got 1 fit winger at the club, really. I mean, Mikey Moore's on his way out, isn't he? So, but look, if they did, pal, I'd probably say no, because look, that's a lot of money spent, and the market is crazy at the minute. It's truly batshit. But you would at least applaud the effort, and I'd like to think, look, we brought in 6 already, plus another 2 if that happens, and it is in the direct areas we need. Absolutely, this is what I'm saying. So I think it'd be quite difficult to complain, mate, really. Yeah. It would just be disappointing because none of us want to see Richie or Solanke starting. That would be the sticking point.
That is a nail on the head. Yeah, absolutely it does. Yeah, and Joey, I'd come in and say I'm very happy with what they've done in the window. I just can't understand for the life of me, right, why in the last 5 weeks, and admittedly, they could have been behind the scenes yapping. I've said this all before, but for people that haven't heard it, they could have been behind the scenes trying to do some mega deal. Who knows? Who knows what they've been doing? But as we stand right now, Joe, even though there is 2 weeks to go to the end of the window, my argument is, yes, they have done very well in the transfer window. I haven't got a problem with anything they've done. And yes, they have spent a lot of money. But give De Zerbi a chance, Joey. At least give him a winger and a striker that if they're fit, he's picked them, so he'll play them. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I just feel like Enoch would have been doing an half-baked job and get him that forward and striker just to make him a little bit competitive. I know there's loads more that needs doing, Joe. We all know that. Right, but that's where I am with it, Joe, and that would be my answer to you.
Yeah, I was going to say, right, it's not only would they have spent 400 million if the forwards come in, it's still if. You got to look what they've got out as well. Romero, gone. Didn't really want to be here anymore. Like all the players that have don't really want to be here. What's his name? We only sold him bloody yesterday. I forgot his name already. The right back.
No. Spence.
Didn't want to be here. Chucked his toys out of the pram. Didn't want to be here. Gone. Youngsters that weren't really ever going to get a chance. Gone. That's good business as far as I'm concerned. Very good.
If we have Richie and Solanke starting at striker for us next season, I am not going to just pass it off as nothing. Doesn't matter.
But if the forwards come in, they're not going to be, Scott. If the forwards come in, they're not going to be. Solanke's never.
Forwards? Well, Gakpo and Savio don't play striker. We're not linked to any strikers right now, right?
Well, our net spend at the moment is 46 million. And so if it's going up to £400 gross we're going to spend, then there's another God knows how many players coming in. Because we've only spent 46 so far. So we've still got another 350.
Yeah, like I said, if they improve on that, then I won't complain. If they don't, then I'm going to point it out because we can't just we can't just keep accepting crap, right? We can call out if it's not good enough.
Well, boys, don't forget here, Roberto De Zerbi said 60% of our team restoration is done, right? So if we're going by his numbers, he is expecting another 4 players to come in.
Yeah.
Was that players out as well, though? Benji as well, wasn't it?
I don't know.
No. Hang on. He said we're 60% done.
Yeah.
So there's 6 come in. So there's still another 4.
But for every non-homegrown he buys, he's got to get rid of one because we're right on the cusp now. Unless they don't get a squad number.
This homegrown bit should have been sorted out before, shouldn't it? Do you know what I mean? Waiting 5 days before the start of the Premiership, and then we're worrying about homegrown and non-homegrown. It's ridiculous.
I can't comment on that, Rowley. They'll obviously deal with that upstairs, mate.
I know, but it's a fact, isn't it? I mean,
yeah. Well,
5 days
all I
before
can
the
say
start.
is they've got 3 out over the weekend, mate. And they've got Spence out, they've got Romero out, and now they've got Vicario out today. So that's 2 non-homegrown and 1 homegrown that have gone today, which allows us to get a couple in, I believe. So I can't see the point of having non-homegrown players that will not be in the Premier League squad, because I know we haven't got Europe this year, but it's different for Europe, homegrown, non-homegrown. Oh, Danny's in. Sorry, Danny, I didn't realise you was in there. Sorry, mate. Yeah, so, like I say, they've got 3 have gone over the weekend, two non-homegrown, one homegrown. And I think that now gives us the capacity with the players that we would leave out of the squad that are injured, like a Xavi, and that they're not going to be back till gone January. That gives us the capability to maybe get a couple in now, which by the sound of it sounds like Savinho and Gakpo. If you believe what you believe as such, they're the names that seem to be going. Danny, evening to you, mate. Thanks for joining us. Anything you want to come in on specifically?
I mean, it looks like Liverpool are signing. They're going to sign both and Bayern Barcola, because more and more reports are coming out, like as we speak, saying that Liverpool have reached an agreement with PSG for Mbaye, and seems like they've got agreed a fee with PSG for Barcola as well. So it looks like they're both going. I think they're both going to get done anyway. I think both Barcola, Savio, and Gakpo will be Spurs players by the end of this window. And I actually think Savio will be a Spurs player this week. I think he'll be a Spurs player this week, maybe before the game, maybe in time to be registered before the game.
I hope you're right, Danny.
He'll be fit enough anyway, Savinho, when he's been injured, but he played apparently quite well in Man City's last game. Was that on Saturday or Sunday? Whenever it was, anyway, he played quite well.
Sunday.
Was it yesterday? Yeah.
No, he didn't play yesterday. It was the week before.
Oh, sorry, last week then, Scott. Sorry, mate. Yeah, he's had the illness thing this weekend, hasn't he? Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, last weekend. Sorry, Scott, about that.
No, you're good.
The weeks fly by, mate. The weeks absolutely fly by. Honestly, I don't know where I am. One day to the next. It's mad. But what was I going to ask you? Yeah, look, listen. Like I said, there's 16 days. Danny thinks that it will be Savinho and Gakpo. I think it will be as well. Mm-hmm. Does anyone believe they might still be working on something else that might be bomberish?
I do.
Now this is interesting. Scott's shaking his head furiously. No chance.
I don't think so either.
DK,
there's just no evidence. There's no evidence to say they are. Anything's possible, but there's nothing that looks likely that they are.
Yeah, but Scott, that's the whole point of if they're working on something else or not, right? Is that sometimes we don't know about what they're working on behind the scenes, and just look at Morgan Gibbs-White last season. That came out of absolutely nowhere. When we bought Basuma, came out of absolutely nowhere. The clubs do this to try try and beat competitors and to try and ward off other people. They try to do things in secret, but usually the people who rule the transfer market are the players' agents. It's no one else. It's not the clubs. It's the agents that rule everything. They're the ones who give the information to the reporters. They're the ones who give the information to the Romanos and all of this stuff. Not the clubs. It's the agents. And when the deal's nearly done, then the clubs. And that's fine if you don't agree, if you don't think they're working on something. But I personally do believe they are. And I think
I agree with everything you said. I'm just saying I don't have any reason to think that they're working on something. That's it.
No, I get that.
I don't see any reason. I agree with everything you said.
On past history, it doesn't look good, does it? You know what I mean? On past history, when we're trying to get players
if we sold Richie, that would be a reason for me to think.
Right? Yeah, I think. Go on, really.
No, the thing is, on past history, it doesn't look good. You know what I mean? I know they're saying, "Oh, it's a different bit," but it wasn't last season, right? When we were in the crap, we needed players in January. They did bring them in. You know, you're getting rid of one of your top strikers. Didn't get no one in. On past history, you can't trust them, man. I don't trust them to get it over the line.
If they had sold Richie, then I'd say, okay, that shows me that there's likely a move coming in. If we had maybe even moved a couple more, like if we moved an Udogie, some of the more foreign players. But so far, when we're moving our foreign players, that seems to bring in Savio and Gakpo, which I agree is happening. I'm saying I don't see anything that leads me to believe that they're bringing somebody in more than those two players. I'm not saying it's impossible window over. I'm just not seeing it.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Mark, sorry, Danny, go on, mate.
I was going to say, I think Richarlison only gets sold if we bring in another player, another striker. I think that if we don't get the targets that we're looking for up front, I believe to be the ones we're looking at, then I think that Tottenham will end up with just Richarlison and Solanke as the strikers. And if the targets that they don't get, they can't do the deals for them, I think there's a possibility we might get a striker on the final days of the window. But again, that worries you a little bit in that aspect, because it means they're trying to go for someone who might have not been their second or third choice.
Yeah, that's a panic buy, isn't it, Darren?
Yeah, so that would be a bit shit. But unless they've got a name already ready to go in case their number 1 and 2 options don't come through, and then it's up to the club to decide whether or not they're going to go for that option. But there's the other side of it, where do they want to bring in another player? Because at the moment in time, if they feel that if they can't get their 1 or 2, how can they then go for like someone who's levels and levels below the players that are already here?
So Dan, can I ask you what happened?
Sorry?
What happened?
What do you mean? What happened?
Well, what happened? You've. I don't know. Listen, do you know what? I used to really respect you, Dan. You've become a fraudulent flip flop, mate. What's happened to you? You and Lubo, you seem to be ENIC fanboys. What's going on, mate? Have they got a family member tied up somewhere? What's happening? Where is this faith coming from?
Why is this faith? Because have you seen what happened last season? And have you seen how much money we've spent this season already on the players?
40 million net. It's less than normal.
It doesn't matter. We broke our transfer record twice, and I'm smashing our wage structure. So if you think that nothing's changed, then you're fucking deluded.
Look, you know what? Listen, okay, I grant you we've broken our wage structure, fantastic, but we've spent 46 million net. And I'm not being funny.
It's the players that we brought in, Benji. When have we ever bought players of this quality? One of the best centre backs in the league last season. We got on a free transfer, right? When did we brought in Van Hecker? Based on his statistics, one of the best ball playing centre backs again in the league, and his defensive stats are up there with the best in the league, right? When have we brought in one of the best central midfielders in the league? When have we brought in one of the best young central midfielders in the league, right? We haven't. We've never done it like this. And to go and pay him. Go on, Mark. Go on.
And I will add, got rid of the ones that was capable of tipping the apple cart.
Well, not just that, Sheriff. The fact that we've sold players who've never even kicked the ball for Spurs for stupid money, right? Spurs have never done that. So
selling players for a lot of money is something ENIC have always done, mate. There's nothing new there.
No, not average players or players who've never even kicked a ball for Spurs. What are you talking about?
I mean,
we sold Lancashire for £20 million. If that was Daniel Levy, he would have taken $5 million for him.
Don't forget Phillips as well.
Phillips has gone for 20 as well.
Went for 50. He only kicked a ball in the Reading pre-season friendly.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
There's 90 million quid we've made on
all right, okay, fair enough. Then I'll say this much, right?
And Daniel Levy, I guarantee you, would have kept Romero until he was rotting on that squad, right? And he wouldn't have got rid of it. Wouldn't have taken a cut on him. No chance.
Fine. All right, hold on. I'm going to make you right on one thing. You are right. We have sold reasonably well, but at the very
that's
same
why we can't
time,
bring players in.
But at the very same time, we have done some fucking shocking business. We sold Jed Spence. Yes, we sold Jed Spence.
Spence is average. What is wrong with you? Jed Spence is an average footballer.
The guy's 26 years old. There's loads of hype around him.
I don't give a shit how old he is. What does he do? What does he?
English, plays left and right. The guy is a utility man. What the fuck are you talking about?
He's a fucking average player that fucking no manager wants in his team because he can't fucking do anything in the forward line of the attack. Well, as soon as you get the ball past the halfway line, he can't do anything. He loses the ball, right, and he backtracks. The only good thing about Jed Spence is his one-on-one defending. Other than that, he's fucking useless.
Are you happy with Robinson?
Let's be real.
Are you
no
happy
one
with
wanted
Robinson?
him. No one wanted him.
Are you happy with Robinson? Are you happy?
I am happy with Robinson. Yeah.
Right. Well, he can't do anything below the final fucking third. He's an awful left back.
That's why you have. That's why
he can't defend to save his life. Tell
I'm
me
with you,
something. Do you prefer Udogie to Spence?
Do I? I do. If Udogie's fit, I would. Yeah, 100%.
Oh, really? Okay. All right. Okay.
100%.
It was bad business. 26 million. You could have spent.
The guy didn't want to be at Spurs.
The market.
The guy did not want to be at Spurs.
What fucking evidence have you got for that? You are talking shit.
Because he fucking left the donut. He fucking left.
Oh my god.
If Porro goes down, we've got Gray to go in on right.
Sorry, hold on. One second, right? Benji, the guy did not want to play. De Zerbi has said he does not want players at Spurs who do not want to be at Spurs. That's why they got rid of him, right? They got rid of him because of that reason, right? I don't want any player that doesn't want to play for Spurs. They can all fuck off.
Fine. What proof have you got that?
Jed Spence's attitude stinks. And for me, I'm glad that he's gone. I'm fucking glad that he's gone.
Known. That is well known, Danny.
I'm fucking glad because no manager, even when Spence was our best player under Ange in the last season where he won the Europa League, right? As soon as Udogie came back, what did he do? He dropped him. He dropped him straight away, right? Even when Spence was on form, he was literally our best player. In one game, he had an assist and a goal in one game, and the next game he dropped him because I was at that match.
You just said Spence was shit.
Yeah, it was
shit.
He was
our best player. You know, you're saying he was our best player. Then.
Listen to what I said. Listen to what I said. In that period, right, where Doggy was injured under Ange at one point in the season for a few months, for half a season, he was one of our better players. But he still didn't do enough. That just goes to show the level of how fucking bad our team were. Because we finished 17th. We finished 17th seasons in a row.
26 million for someone you could have easily got 30 or 44 from a Premier League.
How, Benji?
What, listen,
is it your money, Benji? Is it your money, Benji? Is it your money?
Money it is. The fact that
then why do you give a fuck about how much he went for then? You just said you don't give a fuck.
We're not spending our fucking money if we're not receiving much.
Sorry, you can't contradict yourself and say you don't give a shit about the money, but then you're moaning about the fucking money we sold him for. Sorry,
I don't personally care about the money, but I know what Spurs are like.
Then why are we having this conversation?
But are you okay?
Are you okay? The whole debate is you.
Jed Spence is good money. You're saying 26 million for Jed Spence is okay. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. I couldn't care less if he goes to 5 million.
One at a time. Just one at a time, because I can't hear you. I can't hear either of you. Because you're talking over each other. One at a time.
The market shows us what Spence is worth. And anyone could have came and bought him. We all knew that Spence was worth it. What he was available. The market shows what he's worth, and whatever other fans might say, when the people in charge of football, anyone in the Premier League said, no thanks, we don't want to pay more than that. Why did nobody come in and get him if he's that good? The market shows us what he's worth.
There were links. I mean, do you know what? I go on plenty of fan shows, not just Tottenham ones, right? And I can tell you, a lot of rival fans think Jed Spence is a very decent player. And most of them have said, I'd happily take
him in the World Cup, and they think he's a good player.
Arsenal fans have said that. Arsenal fans
but they don't watch him week in, week out.
Exactly. They don't.
Berta could have bought him and didn't. Why didn't Berta buy him for 50 million? Why didn't Liverpool buy him for 50 million?
So the fixing point here is that you think Jed Spence for 20, what was it, 26, 21? I can't fucking remember.
Average player. That's it.
It's 29 with add-ons.
There's been plenty of average players that have been sold for far more money than that. I'm just saying.
Again, you're talking about the money, Benji. I thought you didn't care about the money, Benji. Stop talking about how much he went for.
Personally, I don't care about the money, but when I
you do, because you're literally your whole argument is based on how much he went for.
Business.
No. We're football fans. We're not business. We're not in the board. We don't make the decisions on what a player sells for. What we do is we give the opinions on everything, right? But I don't give a fuck how much he goes for. If he's gone, I wanted him. I don't care if he was gone or not. I couldn't care less because he was an average player. At best, he needed to go. He cannot fit in a De Zerbi system. That's why he said he was happy for him to go. It's as simple as that.
In a De Zerbi system.
No one. Because he's shit going forward, Benji.
Are you happy with Archie Gray?
Yeah.
Are you happy with Archie Gray covering Porporo?
Bingo.
I don't care if it's Archie Gray. I really don't care.
Now you've lost it then. Sorry.
I'm not happy with Spence covering for Porro, I can tell you that.
Yeah, I think if we don't get another player in, who gives a shit? I don't care. I want attackers in.
So what we're saying is then that Jed Spencer's gone, regardless of the fee. Benji thinks it should have been more. Danny don't care. And
I'd rather have Hardy at right back.
There you go. I was waiting for another name. If another
who's the other one? Who's the one?
He looks much more competent than Jed Spence does, to be honest.
Do you know who I want? I want Neco Williams from Forest. Neco Williams is just.
If that happens, Dave, everyone's going to be happy. They ain't going to argue, are they? They ain't going to worry about it.
Think of the money you've got to pay to replace Jed. And you talk about Neco Williams. I'm with you all day long. I think he's a great player.
Yeah,
look at the money you're going to have to spend to get him.
He can play right, but he may not be as better with one-on-one defending as Spence, but he's still a good defender. But he's so much better with the ball at his feet and putting crosses in. I think he's a massive upgrade.
Do you not think it was just the timing of the way they sold Spence? Yeah, so close to the window shutting that we've got to try and get another player to cover Porro now. That's the problem I've got.
Well, to be fair, we're really heavily linked with Munoz from Palace, aren't we?
Yeah,
very heavily linked with him.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But
the thing is with Spence, though, now there's not one manager. There's several managers have said his attitude stinks. Attitude stinks.
So I agree with.
I'm not too upset he's gone.
Wasn't that when he was younger, though?
His attitude stinks.
Wasn't that when he was younger?
Spurs fans seem to forget very quickly, right, how players perform. He had a fucking bang average season, if worse than that at best, right? He had a good World Cup or a few good performances, and everyone thinks he's this fucking amazing player. I'm sorry, get with reality. He's not. He is not.
No one here who's saying that was bad business saying he's an amazing player. No one.
I agree with Rolly.
Hold on. You've got to think of the value he holds to the club.
No value at all, because they wanted to get rid of him. They wanted him out.
Say this, and if I'm wrong, then come back at me, right? You say no value at all. Fine. Is he the worst you've ever seen? No. Is he the best you've ever seen? No. Is he English? Yes. Is he 26? Room for improvement. Is he a utility man? Can he play left and right? Yes. Is he one of the best in our team at one-on-one defending? Yes.
You don't buy a player in a De Zerbi system who's only got one attribute that can work, right? He needs players that are good at everything, technically gifted. He loses the ball a lot from a defensive position, Jed Spence. But you've probably forgotten it, Benji, because all you're looking at is the World Cup. I'm sorry, but I don't agree with anything you're saying.
Don't you fucking dare say that to me. No, I'm not. I'm one
Yeah,
of
you are.
I've seen Spence play better for Tottenham. I don't know what people are on about. So
He's an average player. Average player, in my opinion.
He's the backup right back for the 17th place team in the Premier League.
Yep.
He was available for anyone to buy, and nobody wanted to spend more than $26 million for him.
Yep.
Whatever we think as fans, every club in the world could have bought him. Anyone could have bought him, and nobody wanted to beat £26 million. When do we get to say, you know what, maybe we've overrated these players, when the whole football world shows us what they're worth?
And it's the same with Romero. There wasn't a list of clubs round the block coming in for him.
I think the timing was crap. I'd rather we sold him earlier in the window, but I think 26 million is what he was worth. The same as Anderson's worth over 100 million. The same as, you know, the money we wasted on Dombele. The players are worth what clubs are willing to pay for him. There wasn't a queue for him, just like there wasn't a queue for Romero.
Yeah,
exactly.
Exactly,
Joey.
Exactly that, Joey. Spot on.
There you go. You hit the nail on the head. Go on, Benji.
What do you mean that we know of, though, Benji?
Maybe Spurs just didn't want to sell to another English club, maybe.
Why wouldn't they?
I don't know. But it's just a possibility.
We would have got more. We would have got more selling to a Premier League club.
And who says there wasn't people lining up?
Well, I just don't. Look, it's Enoch. If someone offers 100 million or 50 million, they'll take 100 million, even if they're selling to Woolwich. To be honest,
they would.
Rain. Whose side are you taking here, pal?
I'm going to get a drink. Warm, Rain.
Are we talking about Jed Spence? I think I just caught it.
Yeah. It was. I thought it was poor value. And Danny thinks it's not. Danny thinks it's great business.
I don't care about selling Jed Spence. All I care about is a replacement. All I care about is a replacement. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
And
which is probably going to cost double what we sold him for.
Well, yeah, but do you know what? If he,
how do you know that, Benji? Sorry, go on, Rain. Sorry.
If he's better than Spence, or let's hope he's better than Porro, then fine. I'll take the hit. You know, that's Tom. Rain is 35. Thank you, Tom. Yeah, that's where I stand. And but I come back to, sorry, I missed an hour or so because family stuff. But I come back to where I stand. I'm so torn over Richie. I'm going to watch back and see where did we actually come to a conclusion, or did we just not really? All right, okay. Not really. Just drew lines in the sand.
We never do, Rain. Come on, you know.
Because it's so difficult, isn't it, when you finish 17th twice and you know that these players are just not good enough.
Yep,
it's underwhelming.
And
like Spence,
you're just trying to make sense of how to plot a path through to the new season where you want it to be better, and the last thing you want to do is actually rely on some of these rubbish players. It's so difficult. So I think, just like Danny persuaded me that we made a massive mistake signing Dubravka and trusting Kinski, we should have trusted our instincts and done what we did with Tonali and Fernandes, and I would say Van Hecke, and gone and got better than we had. We should have gone and got a goalkeeper who is better than Kinski. I think I'm going to have to say the same with Spence. I think they should just be going all out to try and get a better version of him.
Don't you think though they should have done it first? Do you know what I mean? Just get a player in and then go, well, your place is gone, mate. You've got to go. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what? I will just say one last thing, Danny, on that Spence stuff. Do you remember Levy didn't want to pay 25 million for Jack Grealish? Neither did anybody else. Remember that?
No, 5 million.
Danny? No, it was. What? There was a. Do you remember when Levy didn't want to pay 25 million for Jack
5
Grealish?
million it was.
No, it was 5. It was less than that. It was way less than that.
Well, I didn't see anyone else lining up for him either.
Oh my god!
How much did City pay for him?
And why are you moaning about that?
100 million.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I was moaning about
3-4 years later for sure. When he reached
Jack
his
Grealish is a
prime.
very different player than Spence. How are you comparing Jack Grealish to Spence? I'm sorry, it's completely
the same
different.
Principle, pal. It's the same.
No, it's not the same principle. That's like saying paying 10 million for Gareth Bale and paying 60 million for Richarlison. You cannot compare it. No, it's not at all. Benji, you're absolutely talking bollocks now, mate. You're talking fucking bollocks.
I think with Spence and Richie, with all of these things, it's about timing, isn't it? That's what I said in the WhatsApp group. We're arguing about timing. We're not arguing about whether we want to get rid of them or keep them. We're arguing about I can totally get where Scott is. How many offers are we going to get for Richarlison? Right? How many offers are we going to get? How many offers are we going to get for Spence?
Everton are going to buy Richie.
If you get the offer, you just take it and run. But I also get because I've been saying it all window. We can't leave ourselves short. And if you look, and right here, right now, I'm kind of in the. I don't really care what forwards we get in, for example. I just think we need bodies. And that's kind of the position that we're going to be left in if we just sell Richie. So I'm just so conflicted. What they need to do is they need to pull their fingers out and get on with their bloody job and do some bloody work. That's what they need to do.
So, Ray, what are you saying? At this point, it don't even matter. We just need actual attackers, yeah?
Well, I mean, we do.
I kind of agree with you because we've got one fit winger at the club. Listen, Mikey Moore's going to be gone. We've got one fit winger left at the club. We don't know what the hell's going on.
If this don't sort itself out soon, we're going to be playing Mikey Moore and bloody Tell on the wings, and Richie up front. Yeah, I'm telling you.
It's not beyond the realms of possibility, by the way, if players didn't come in.
And we're waiting for the last window, you know what I mean? We're waiting for the...
We was having this problem.
And that's if we're lucky and don't get injured.
I mean, this is what we're talking about. We are Tottenham Hotspur, and we're talking about playing Mikey bloody Moore and Tell on the wings, and Richie up front. I mean, what are we doing?
I'm getting my Enoch out. Flag out.
He's going to go get the banner.
I've got a flag here. I've got a flag, man.
Last night on my stream, we was doing a predictors 11 for the Brentford game, and I said, right, here's the hardest part: attack. And all I could think of was basically what we've all just said a second ago: Tell on the left, Moore on the right, Richie up top. And I said straight away, Archie Gray is going to play right back. Because Porro ain't match fit. He's literally came back a few days ago into training. He'll be in the bench, but he won't be in the squad. Yeah. And I said, that's what's worrying me. Because I don't know if any of you have been watching much of Brentford in pre-season, but Kevin Schade is on absolute fire. He will absolutely destroy Archie Gray. And that's where they're going to get their joy from.
He'll have him on toast, mate.
He will. He'll absolutely rinse him every time.
I hate to say it, people won't remember, but at the start of the window, I was is Adrian in the house? Adrian will remember, right? Because I was saying it on his show regularly. I was saying that we should go and get Sade.
Yeah, I remember that. I
remember you saying it, Rang.
And people were like, it's exactly like I said Semenyo last summer, and people were exactly the same. They were like, no. And it isn't because I think he's an amazing player. When I hear people say you can't do everything in one window, that doesn't mean that for some things you do nothing. That means that you do as much as you can, And then do you know what? Then you get a stopgap for a couple of years, and you fix that maybe next summer or the summer after. But you can't just neglect it. You know what I mean? You can't
It's the basics. It's the basics, Rain. Do you know what I mean? You need strikers. You need wingers. If they don't perform, you've got to get new ones. It's common sense.
Yeah, it is. It is. Look, we need forwards at the end of the day. 2 weeks to go in the window. We keep saying the same thing every day. If we can get a couple of these forwards in, and listen, I'm sure there will be a couple of players coming in. Who they are, looks like Savinho and Gakpo, that's fine. If it's someone else, it'll be someone else. But, like I said earlier on, doesn't matter who comes in, certain fans will say, oh, look, same old Tottenham, them two ain't good enough, and so on. And others will say, we've done all right there, let's see how it goes. And basically, that's all we can do is wait and see how it goes. Keep peddling our opinions out there.
Cookie, sorry.
Go on, mate.
What's the actual deadline for us to get this player in before we could start him on Saturday?
It's 48 hours, I think, Rowley.
Is it 48 hours? So they've got to pull the fingers out, haven't they?
Yes, I would say.
As we are starting with Tell and Mikey Moore, man.
Yeah. Thursday afternoon.
And that terrifies me.
I would imagine. Yeah.
I don't think we get anyone
in
in before the first game of the season. I think we go with what everyone said we go with. I don't see us signing anyone this week.
That's 3 points drop then, isn't it, mate?
I can't remember who I was talking to about this, but Cookie, it might have been you and me we were talking about it. But is there a point where De Zerbi goes, do you know what? I haven't got a right wing, a left wing, and a 10. And but I've got quite a few central midfielders, and he plays 3 central midfielders, and two 10s.
Yeah. Have you got 2 10s? Who's going to play there, though, Rain? Who are going to be the 2 10s?
Kulusevski and Maddison, I suppose.
Mikey Moore and Tell,
yeah, Maddison.
Maddison is available. Yeah, he'll be another one. Yeah,
Maddison, Gallagher. This is the only one
there's a possibility of it, Rain. If he hasn't got a forward in, he may well do that.
That's just not his way of playing, is it?
And that's the problem. That's where the problem lies in.
That's not where they've been drilled.
And this is why I say I want him to have a first team as such out there, 4 midfielders, 4 defenders, a couple of strikers, however it is, whatever you want to call it, 4-3-2-1, whatever it is, right? Just give him a first team. Give the geezer a chance.
Yeah, I agree.
That's where I'm at with it. You know, you're not giving him a chance by spending 300 million in a transfer window, yet you've bought no forward.
So if we signed 2 wingers and a striker, everyone would be happy.
If we signed a winger
is that the general consensus?
A winger and a striker is 2 players, Joey, for me. It's probably still not enough because of the injuries that we've got, but at least it gives him a chance.
Yeah.
That's all we've
That's
asked
where
for.
I am with it.
That is all we've asked for.
If we do that, just so you all know, if we do that, that puts us top of the list in transfer spend in one window. We would surpass Liverpool's, I think it's 414 million spend.
To be honest, Joey,
because they got settled teams, haven't they? They got proper teams.
To be honest, Joey, I don't really give a rat's ass because it's not my money.
No, nor do I. But I'm saying that is some statement to make.
And to be honest,
end up being top of that list.
And I'll be honest with you, I will come on here and I will give the owners credit. Not forgiveness.
Apparently, you've been doing that all summer,
Not forgiveness. Don't
That's the second time you've had that little dig.
Don't you start.
I've heard you. I'm on it, mate. I can hear you.
Yeah, I heard as well. Yeah.
No, but I will give them credit.
If it is Gakpo and Savinho, and you, like Joey said, if you look at the overall window, like considering that we finished 17th twice in a row, that is the most unbelievable window I've ever seen from Spurs. I agree with you. I don't care if we don't get a striker or not, right? Of course, I care in the fact that I'd like to have one in, but I in terms of the fans being unhappy if we don't get a striker in, I think that's just absolutely insanity, in my opinion. Because if we can do what we've done this window after finishing 17th twice in a row and recruit the players that we did and the manager that we have, that is, for me, unreal. Unreal.
Danny, how much do they spend? Whether it's 500 million, yeah, it doesn't matter. Because if we went down, if we would have went down, yeah, it would have cost them billions, mate. The cost of the club would have been plummeted.
Well, no, it wouldn't have cost that much, but it wouldn't have cost that much in the first season.
For
if they come straight back up, it actually wouldn't have affected the finances.
We wouldn't. I don't think we would have come straight back up with the players we had, mate. They weren't good enough.
That's not the point. The point is that in the first year, if they did what they needed to do to get back up, then it wouldn't have cost them as much as what people think it would have cost them from a financial point of view. But
about
if you look
500,
honestly, I don't understand where you think we would have bounced straight back up, mate.
No, I never said that we would. And why are we even talking about this? That this is it's a nonsensical conversation. Right? We didn't go down. We should be talking about what we've been doing and what we've done. And if the fact that if we bring in Savinho and Gakpo with all the other players that we brought in, that is unbelievable from what they've shown us for the previous 24 years. That's my opinion.
I think that would make it 8 in, 11 out.
Aren't we talking about it because you brought it up?
Unbelievable.
Who brought it up? Who brought up the if we'd gone down?
I don't know.
I think it was.
Who was that? I don't know. Was that you, Rowley? Did you bring?
No, it's Rowley. Rowley brought it up.
Oh right, sorry. I don't know.
Well, we didn't.
Yeah, we didn't. Exactly. That was my whole point.
We didn't. So
no, we didn't. But
it's pointless.
It's pointless. We didn't.
Go on, Ray. Go on, Ray.
But we're talking like we finished Liverpool. Right, so I can't remember who said it that we're going to outspend Liverpool. Who was it? Joey.
Yeah, we would if we buy these players we're linked with. Yeah,
but Liverpool didn't finish 17th.
No, they did it from a position of strength. That's why I'm not hung up on the figures. I don't care. I'm the same as everyone else. It's not my fucking money. I couldn't give two shits.
Yeah.
They must have spent.
I just think from finishing 17th, then 17th, and then going fuck it, we're going to spend nigh on £400 million. I think, I think we should all be a bit happy about that.
They had to. They were desperate.
God, yeah, they had no choice. Yeah,
that was my argument.
But it's not just. It's also a case of we've not just spent the money. It's how we've spent the money as well. Is a whole different ball game as well. With players like Tonali and the defenders and stuff like that. We are sort of not spending 200 million on dross. We're spending double that on decent players.
And Joey, we can argue.
It's quality. I'm not debating that.
Yeah, we can argue that they've gone and spent good money on quality and then got a couple of frees in as stopgaps, right?
Yeah.
Zanetti is what, 29, 30? Robertson's going to be with us for 1 or 2 seasons. And the disappointing thing is that they've done 2/3 of the work. And if they'd just been able to do the other extra third, then we would have, none of us here would be having this conversation, or we might be going, we're disappointed in this player and that player, but we wouldn't be desperately short of players, which is where we currently are. But it's just a shame that they have that insight in how to do it for the defence and the midfield, and they haven't been able to go the extra yard.
They haven't been. I wouldn't say they haven't been able to go to the extra yard yet because the window hasn't finished yet. So they could still sign 3 or 4 players, if not more. They could. I'm not saying they will. I'm saying they could. Right. Also, for me, when you look at like the players that we've had, and historically how ENIC have always left us short, right? But also not bringing in enough quality. What did you say, Cookie? You said we brought in, how many players did we sell and how many players have we...
I think it's once if Savinho and Gakpo come in, it'll be 8 in and I think it's 11 out.
That for me is unbelievable considering how bad ENIC have been the prior 24 years. To go from how shit they've been to trying to change it, right? And going forward, I hope they continue in this way, right? that is for me, that's amazing. It's a good start to them showing us. How could it not be amazing? We've just smashed our transfer window twice. Transfer record
They've had
twice.
to. They've had the shock of their lives, man. They didn't got relegated.
They didn't. No, but you said they had to. They didn't have to. They really didn't. They could have done the same thing they've done for the last 24 years. If they didn't give a shit about Spurs, they would have done exactly the same shit. They would have brought one player in here, a couple youngsters there, maybe another senior player, and like they've always done, right? But they've gone completely different transfer strategy.
Because they've had to.
Because they've had to.
No, not because they had to, because they want to. You guys are talking as if Tottenham they had to do it. Otherwise what? No, they don't. They're the owners.
The facts are we were 17th twice and nearly got relegated to the last day.
Again, it's a decision to make. It's a decision to make to choose to go and do what they've done. They could have not done that. They could have just gone and done the same thing again that they've always done and said, "Oh, do you know what? We'll try again because we're going to have players back and we've got a better manager." They didn't have to go and buy Tonali for 100 million or Fernandes for 85 million. I'm sorry, what are you talking about?
And risk relegation.
Yeah, but they haven't done those things that they've always done from 17. Yeah, and why did they have to? They didn't have to because of us. We're incidental. We're kind of we're kind of byproducts to them, right? You know, we get stuff where because we're legacy fans or whatever it is, but they needed to because if we would have got relegated, they would have tanked the asset value of their.
Thank you. That's what I was saying.
The thing with ENIC is the value of the assets. It's the value of the assets.
Of course, but my argument is not that. My argument is they chose to do what they did, right, and what they've done so far, right. They didn't have to do that. You're talking as if they will hold a gun to their head saying you've got to go and spend the X amount of money on bringing these amazing players or bringing some really good talent, right? They did not have to do that, right? But they chose to do it, right? And for whatever reason they chose to do it, that's up to them, right? Maybe it is because they wanted to see Tottenham actually compete for trophies. Maybe it is because they didn't want to lose. They didn't want to have a chance of being relegated the following season, right? And then losing money on their asset. Maybe that was the reason. Maybe it is just purely sporting reasons. But they chose to go and target the players that they wanted to buy, right? Because they wanted to improve the squad for whatever reason it is. And to also have a manager, to bring in a manager like that, to me, it shows that they are trying to be ambitious. They're trying to do something different, right?
No, it's all to do with money.
Danny, can I just jump in, Dan? Can I jump in and say something to you, mate? And I want to maybe try and.
It's not a matter of choice.
I want to try and maybe speak for everyone.
Well, it is a choice.
This is how I think people look at it.
It is a choice.
Right, hold on a sec. Let Benji have a chat.
Let Benji speak, for God's sake.
No, look, all I say was, Danny, I'm going to sort of come back to you a little bit there and just say this much, right? I think when it comes to ENIC, if they do indeed go out and buy another two players of good quality, right, for the wings or a striker or whatever, it doesn't matter. If we get our forward line sort of aided a little bit, and that's 8 players in total of very decent quality, I think most people feel that ENIC have got credit in the bank. However, after 25 years, I don't think we're at that stage where people are going to be singing their praises. That's all.
No.
You got to remember, people are still very, very hurt.
That you do realize in life, right? Everything is a choice. Everything we do, everything we say, everything we do in our lives, it's all a choice. We have choices. That's how we define our lives, right? They sat there and chose to do what they're doing now. They did not have to do that.
No, it was a necessity. That's your opinion. It's a necessity.
They had a scare of their lives, Danny.
But again, they didn't have to do it. You're talking as if they had to.
In the first season.
They didn't have to.
They did. Why do you think
no, they didn't?
Like, if they continued doing what they were doing, we probably would have been relegated. In all likelihood,
then that would have been on them.
They had to change.
No, they had to change.
No, they didn't have to if they didn't want to. Please don't confuse yourselves.
They had to build a big stadium, to get more money in, to be self-sufficient.
Significant amount of money.
Again, it's a choice.
It's all to do with money.
They didn't have a gun held to their head. Say, if you don't do this, they could have decided to sell the club. If they wanted to, they could sell the club. right? But they're choosing not to at the moment. So everything that has happened is because they're choosing to do it. I don't give a fuck for the reasons they're doing it, right? End of the day, it is a choice. They chose to do what they're doing now. You cannot argue with that.
Dan, listen, bang on the table twice if your family are safe.
Why don't you calm down?
Bang on the table twice if your family are safe.
Don't start, because I will have it with you.
Spicy. Sorry, mate.
I'm just going to say you're treading a very fine philosophical line when you start saying that everything in life is a choice, because the theologians have been discussing whether everything's in life is a choice or whether everything is premeditated for like thousands of years. But I'm just saying.
Everything in life is a choice.
Well, okay, so that's your philosophical.
You chose to come on the stream tonight, did you not, Rain? That was a choice.
Or was I always
isn't a choice.
destined to come on the stream?
Do you enjoy it?
I'm joking. But I think that ENIC 2.0 have been doing stuff differently ever since last summer.
Yeah.
Basically, I think it has been complete. I think there has been since last summer. And I'll list it off. Going and getting Conor Gallagher and breaking the weight structure. Right, that's different. Right. And it's different from a long time. Going and
agree.
Going and trying to get players.
Rain, we had 13 players in January and we signed one player to help us.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree. I don't disagree with that. Let me land. Trying to get players like Morgan Gibbs-White, trying to get players like Eze. So whereas in the past we've bought going and getting a Grealish if he's available, they actually tried to go and get those players. What they didn't do was execute. So they tried but didn't execute. And then this summer they've definitely done things differently. You can't dispute, but that doesn't mean that they're perfect. That doesn't, just because they've tried to do things differently, we can still look at what they've done and say, have they made mistakes? And I think they've made mistakes. I think they made mistakes by not getting forwards in early enough. Both things can be true at the same time.
Yeah.
Just by the way, I think Arsenal are scary enough without this being true at the bottom down here.
Ornstein hasn't said a thing. I looked.
Oh, well, thanks for that, Joey. That's why I said if Joey, yeah.
To Danny's point that they chose to do it, I think, yes, they chose to do it, but they were forced into making that choice to spend that money because of how shit things were previous to that.
I think Craig said it quite well in the chat. They could have chosen to just go and buy average mid-table players again, spend what they've always done. They buy one big money signing, go and get a couple youngsters, and maybe another average player, right? They've chosen to go for the best of the best that they can get, right? That is a difference. Like Rain said, it is different. They've smashed the transfer record twice. They've smashed the wage bracket. They are acting differently. They've sold players when they can get high fees for them. They've never done that before. They've brought in quality players who instantly improve the first 11, and it's still not done yet. So that's a choice.
It's a
Everything
risk.
Is a choice.
It would have been a risk if they didn't do that, Danny, wouldn't it?
100%. I don't disagree with that. 100%.
But this is what we're trying to say. It was a risk, and that ENIC are not stupid. They're business people. They're all for the money. They couldn't allow that to happen again. This is my point.
The whole argument was, my point being, is it is a choice, right? They chose to do this, right? And regardless of the ramifications, regardless of the reasoning of why they chose to do it, whether that was because they were forced into it or not. But I'm saying they could have easily not gone and got Tonali, gone and got a bang average midfielder. They could have got a bang average defender, right? Like a Clement Longley again on loan or something, but they didn't, right?
Because they have to protect their assets. They have to protect their club.
It doesn't matter what reason it is. It really doesn't matter.
Of course it does.
No, it doesn't. Because the moral of the whole point of what I'm saying is, it's a choice. They made a choice, and they're choosing to do things differently.
I don't understand it, Danny. I'm sorry.
But you think the alternative is to do what we've continued to do that's got us in this place in the first place?
When did I say that, Benji? I said they have chosen to act differently. Listen to the words I'm saying. They have chosen to act differently, right? What we are seeing is different to what we have seen before. Rain literally said the same thing, and he's right. They are not. They're acting differently.
It's not a choice. It was
but I've got another step. Go
on, Ray.
Which is, I think they've also made mistakes.
Yeah, 100% agree.
Yeah,
but it's like in any
mistake.
Yeah, everyone makes mistakes. That we all make mistakes, right?
But I think they're making the same mistakes this window that they made last summer.
Potentially, yeah, could be.
So
we'll have to wait and see.
But not what we need.
So dragging on with Morgan Gibbs-White, dragging on with Eze, they haven't
dragging
learned.
On with Savinio.
Yeah, exactly. They haven't learned that sometimes you just need to draw a line and move on and get what else is available. Do you know what I mean?
Because there's a risk now going into this season, current season, with the front players that we got. We've got to sign them now by Thursday now, haven't we? We've got 3 days to sign these players as we go into this next
and will
season.
Savinio need a work permit as well?
Yeah, he will.
Yeah.
Someone just put that in the chat. I just saw that. That's why I read it. That's why
in fact, it's not just the same mistakes they made in the last summer. It's the same mistakes they made, Benji, in January, where now I saw Scott stealing my line last night. I saw it, right? What they are guilty of is perfect is the enemy of good. And when you finish 17th twice, do you know what? We're happy with good. But if you aim for perfect, there's a big risk that you undershoot good. Do you know what I mean?
I think
listen,
by saying
I
about
hear you.
Go
on. No, you go first, mate.
What I'm thinking, yeah. I mean, everyone's saying, "Oh yeah, but we could outspend Liverpool." Liverpool done all their spending last season, where they got Enteke and what they spent nearly 500 million, didn't they?
They spent 414 million, and what I've said about that is I'm not saying we're competing with Liverpool. I'm saying that was the single biggest transfer window spend. If we get the 3 players that everyone's saying we're going to get, that would take us beyond that amount, which is a huge amount of money to spend in one transfer window.
But we've also made a huge amount of money as well.
Yes, yeah, but the 414 Liverpool spent doesn't account for what they brought in as well.
No, of course.
They already had good players anyway. I mean, they're not scratching around their arse.
Yeah, they spent that money from a position of strength. But the thing is, they actually went backwards, didn't they? After they spent all that money.
Yeah, just about to say, look where it gone.
Yeah,
but they're going again, aren't they? I mean, they still had a good side.
You just said they ain't. But we finished 17th. We managed to bring in players like Fernandes over United, Tonali over City, Senesi on a free transfer, right? Van Hecke.
Great signings.
How can you sit there and say no? It's not better than what it has been before. It's far superior than what we've done before.
The thing I'm looking at, right, is we
finished 17th.
The thing I'm looking at is we got those players in that Man United especially were looking at. They had Champions League to offer them. You know,
you're not going to get goals from Tonali. You're not going to get goals from...
You don't know that, though, do you?
We have got nothing this season to offer.
We're not in the position they play. Not in recent form.
In the position that he played at Newcastle when he was at AC Milan, it's very different. He was
different
a far more attacking
player
player.
at AC Milan, Rowley.
Yeah,
different
far,
player at AC Milan.
much different.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. I mean, what I've seen of him, yeah, he's a great player. He can orchestrate the tempo of a game. Fantastic. I'm really happy we've got him in, yeah. But at the end of the day, it doesn't. Where's he going to pass it to? He's going to go to Fernandes, and where's he going to pass it to?
We'll have to wait and see how De Zerbi decides to line up once the transfer window is closed.
But what? This is my argument, mate. It's too late.
But again, it's
getting Savinio in.
it's too late, right? And of course, we live in a world where not everything is perfect, right? We can't sit there and
It's
say
a
we're going to bring in
multi-million-pound business, mate.
Yeah, but we can't sit there and say we're going to bring in the exact players we want on our terms, right? When we want them, how much we want them for. It doesn't work like that, right?
I agree, mate, but it's a multi-million-pound business. They've got to have people in that can do that job.
Yeah, but they
Perfect
do.
is the enemy of good.
They do have people, but Savinho and Gakpo, you think those clubs are going to allow those players to go unless they know they've got other people lined up to replace them? No, right? And it's obvious what they're doing, in my opinion, which is they want to go for Premier League experience because of what happened last season, right? That's what it seems to be, and that's what it seems to be. All the reports that have come out saying they want to go for this summer window anyway. They want to go for Premier League proven players, right?
Look, Danny, we've waited all this time to get these players in, yeah? We've waited all this time. We are so fucking desperate. We're scratching around on our arse, yeah, trying to get these players in. Yeah, they're just going to pull their pants down and add another 20 million or whatever.
How do you know this?
That's why they're doing it.
You don't know that, though.
How do you know this, Rowley?
That's what clubs do, Mark.
Yeah, but you don't know what's been going on.
This is happening.
Go on, Mark.
How do you know this is happening? You have no evidence that this is happening.
Because most clubs like to replace players that they're about to sell, and that can be a lot harder towards the end of the transfer window.
So sorry, what was that, Benji?
I was saying most clubs, if they're going to sell someone, they like to replace, and this time during the transfer window towards the end, it's a lot harder to do. So usually, to be fair to Rowley, they can be a little bit more expensive. So I agree with Rowley. The longer it goes, the worse it could get. I mean,
and this is what I've always said. Get your key targets done early, because the longer you drag it out, the longer you leave it, the closer you get to deadline day, the more of a premium you pay. So they've only shot themselves in the foot with that. If that's
their money, though, fuck them. It's their money, fuck them.
I'm Joey with that one. Fuck them. It's their money, not mine.
Joey, I'm all with you on that, mate. But it's their money, yeah. But at the end of the day, we could put that onto another player, couldn't we? Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah. And in an ideal world, I think we would all sit here, if we lived in an ideal world, say, yeah, we wanted all our transfer business done 3-4 weeks ago, get the players in, get them settled, get everything done. But unfortunately, that isn't what happens in football all the time.
No,
there's some. I mean, you take deadline. There's been some big signings on deadline day. I mean, I think Defoe signed for us on deadline day 1 January. Didn't we? Dele Alli. I think Aubameyang signed for Arsenal on a deadline day. That the window's there for a reason. And as much as it is frustrating, and we wanted all our attackers in, I think ENIC being ENIC, we won't have anything when the window shuts. We all know that, but let's just hope we do.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. But the thing is, we've seen it time and time again where we get the video come out or whatever, the interview come out. We tried, we tried and failed. It ain't dared to dare us to do. It's we tried and failed with this club, and I'm just sick of it, Joey. You know what I mean? All right, we are pulling different ways. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, but we've known for nearly two seasons that these forwards ain't good enough, mate.
No, I agree.
That is my argument.
Totally agree with you. I couldn't agree with you more. They are absolutely fucking shocking. And this is from someone who never wanted Solanke in the first place. Not let alone the fact we paid over 60 million for him. Jesus.
Well, we all know this. That's why we're on it tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, we've had a good chat for a good 2.5 hours. Mark's going to redirect everyone over to Still at Tottenham.
That's why I told you of saying something earlier, and so I was saying to redirect that. I do apologise again.
It's all good. Mark's going to send you over there. It's your choice if you wish to go there, or if there are any other Spurs content creators on tonight that you choose to go and watch, please do. Big up to everyone in the chat that's big insight. Big up to Dave. Make sure you go over to Spurs Syndrome and give him a sub over there.
And Cookie, we all want to get to the same destination.
Absolutely, Rain. Absolutely.
We're all trying to pull in the right direction, aren't we?
Listen,
we all want the best for Spurs.
This is what this show is all about, fan calling show. Because we all want to get to the same place. We just all take different directions to get there. And that's what I want to know from you lot. That's
and
what,
if I've upset anyone, sorry, but I do get quite passionate. Even though I promised myself I wouldn't.
Joey, you're all
passionate
good,
guys.
man.
We're all passionate, mate.
Listen. We're all mates at the end of the day. It might seem like people are falling out on here. No one's falling out. It's a difference of opinion, and that's it at the end of the day. If people have got up and puffs, they sort it out in the back room afterwards, and it's dealt with, and it's done. That's it at the end of the day. We all want the same thing. Listen, get over to Still and the Tottenham away, lads. I hope you've enjoyed the show this evening. Get over to Dave at Spurs Syndrome. Get over to Rowley. Rowley, shout it. I forgot it. Biker Yid. Get over to Benji at Tottenham Concept. Get over to Danny Kay and Rain, wherever they are, floating about all over the gaff. And big up to Joey Barton for coming on tonight, giving it the beans like he promised he would. There you go, everyone. We will see you all tomorrow morning at 9:30 for the breakfast brunch. Hang on.
Thank you for the 2 subscribers.
Oh, there you go. Yes, we've got over 1,450. So we're now on the way to 1,500.
On the march to 1,500. Now that's the next milestone.
Subscribing. Yeah, thank you very much, everyone. We do appreciate it. Logan sent in 3 super stickers tonight, by the way.
He did.
So big up to Logan.
I believe he has won the lottery. I reckon. I believe he's won the lottery.
He may well have done, Logan. Big up to you, mate. Yeah. Thanks again, chaps. Everyone on screen tonight who's been on, everyone in the chat. See you tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. for the breakfast brunch, where hopefully
See you later, guys.
I'll have some more of you lot on here and we can carry on the conversation.
You'll be on,
as
mate.
Always.
You'll be on, mate. I won't be.
He'll be at work. Don't worry about it. As always.
To the bone and all that.
You're going to let me finish? As always. Come on, you Spurs.